I'm gonna start right now.
You want me to say something? You want me to say something, or
No, we should be good.
we're good? All right, for sure.
All right, we are up. We are live. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. This is Camp Hustle 1. We're back with another video. I am chatting with Mr. Sonic Mindscape. We collaborated before on about a couple videos. What was it? I forgot. What did we even talk about? I think it was more of an introduction video,
Yeah,
but yeah.
we were just getting together, shooting or shot. I don't know how they say that in English. I don't know what it is.
We were shooting the shit, and
Yeah, exactly.
it was an introduction. But it's great that we got that video out of the way because now we can just jump into things now. First of all, welcome to the stream. What would you like to say? Would you like to say something?
I was just gonna say I was about to do my intro because like I saw you doing your intro and that inspired me to do mine. But
go right ahead,
if you're
sir.
not finished with your intro, go for it, man.
Off you go. Go right ahead.
All right. I just want to go ahead and let you guys know that we're live. What's up? Yeah, if you guys heard like a cut, like I cut them off, don't worry. The stream is just starting, so we're getting here together once again. We did a stream not too long ago, probably a month ago. So we're here again with Camp Hustle. He's here. You can't see him because unfortunately I'm in front of him, but I'll go ahead, take myself off. That's him. That's his little photo right there, all the way in the end.
Hello. I'm waving from the folder.
Yeah, what's up, man? I'm glad you're here, man.
Hey, glad to be back.
Yeah, man. Thank you, dude. And just real quick for anybody who's watching right now, I want to show you guys his channel. Make sure you guys go show him some love. Go subscribe to him because you're gonna find it really quick that you're gonna like this guy. All right. So we're gonna get into the whole ordeal, and yeah, we have a lot to talk about. So
a very busy week. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
A lot of drama going on with the red pill. We got some presidential stuff going on. But yeah, we're gonna cover it all today. And so my main, I guess the first story we can start off with will be the whole banning of streamers. I'm sure you heard about this. You covered a couple of videos about I think the whole Asmon Gold, and then I don't know, did you talk about the streamers that were at TwitchCon? They were on stage and they were talking about I think Ethan Klein.
Yeah, I talked a little bit about it. It was, I don't know, man. A lot of people are saying that it was anti-Semitic. I do, in some ways, think that it kind of was, but, I mean, for the most part, man, I feel like they were just having fun, and of course, everybody just kind of jumped on that and said, that's anti-Semitic, which I can understand that point of view as well as the other side, where people are saying that it's not as bad as what people are making it out to be.
We live in sensitive times with a lot of snowflakes, man, and you can't say things that you used to be able to say like 5-10 years ago. It's just a lot of shaming going on, and when the crowd, the hate mob gets together, man, it's enough voices to influence these platforms to enough people complain about you, they can get you taken down. So
most definitely, man. Yeah.
So
I agree with that.
But one thing I will say, as a person who's not monetized yet, you can't get demonetized if you're not monetized.
Yeah.
So I mean, at least until right now, I mean, you're getting close to that 1,000 subscriber mark. I'm at like 600 right now. So hopefully with these streams that we'll have, these weekly, I mean, I don't mean to rope you in, but I will definitely be doing weekly streams, and hopefully try to be a little bit more consistent, that we'll be able to draw in more like-minded people that are interested in these topics, and just have a conversation, because I think that's really where understanding really comes from, is when you get different minds coming together and discussing topics and offering different perspectives.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Most definitely, man. I agree, and I think that's why I kind of like to talk about like everything on the internet, because like almost if you talk about anything, like it's always coming from a different perspective, So yeah, that's kind of the reason why I like to just pick and choose variety, So.
And I have to say, man, you've been doing very well with your content. I've been keeping up with it. I haven't had a chance to comment on it, but I do listen to it in the background while I'm at work. And yeah, man, just keep it up, man. You're putting out some good work, bro. And
I appreciate that.
yeah, I can't recommend you enough.
Dude, if anything, like yeah, like if you're watching me right now, like even after post stream, check these two videos out right here, man. Like I want to make sure that you guys, because I'm kind of in the way right now. Let me not so much in the way, but want to go ahead and show you guys these two videos right here. Trust me when I tell you guys, if get something to eat, your drink, your snacks, and everything, and watch these two right here. Why Myron deserves fresh, and fresh exposes Zerka. Trust me when I tell you guys, like as you guys can see, like I watched the entire thing. It's a fucking great watch, man. Oh, I'm sorry. Like I don't know if you. How do you feel about curse words, by the way? Like,
I mean, I if the president-elect Donald Trump, if he curses, man, I think it's okay for everybody else to curse. I mean, we're fine. I mean, that's the one thing. I think it's like within the first 30 seconds, if you're monetized, you know, they don't want you to curse. But I mean, we're in the free zone right now, so we're good.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Right. Either way, I think I'm gonna just restrain just in case, cause but yeah, like to go back to these, yeah, I watched them all, man. I know this one's like kind of halfway, but I've watched that entire stream. Highly recommend you guys to go watch it. But yeah, to just like give you your flowers, bro. Like you know, your content is awesome as well, man. I really love it.
Hey, man,
You make me
appreciate
laugh, man. You're pretty funny.
Hey, man, I appreciate it, dude. The thing is, you know, I think having a tough childhood, I think that really kind of makes things easy for me to like look at things in a perspective of like, hey man, it's not that serious, man. You want to get offended by words and not actual like somebody jumping on you, you know? It's like you get toughened up, you know. So Coke Benny, welcome back to the stream, man. How you doing, sir? He was glad to see you back here. I guess let's just go ahead and jump right into it. Sneako's been banned on Kick, and I think for the second time. And the timeline was very interesting. For those of you who don't know, Sneako, actually today, the Controlled Chaos podcast was supposed to go on. That was starring Myron Gaines, Sneako, Elijah Schaefer, and Nick Fuentes. But Sneako has recently bailed out of the podcast because he said that it would not be good for his career. Now, the timeline of when he said that was during the small 24 hours that he got his YouTube unbanned, and I believe his Twitch was unbanned. Did you? Yep. Were you aware of that?
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't aware of it. I heard from you that there was like this podcast behind the scenes that was brewing where like, you know, Myron, he was supposed to start it with some other people without Fresh. I remember you clearly stated that, like, you know, they're supposed to start the podcast without Fresh. I didn't believe you until you just told me right now that, you know, these guys were building a podcast, and now that they have, I'm not surprised that Sneako, he bailed because when he got banned, when he got unbanned from YouTube, I mean, who would not want to keep a YouTube channel, you know? So
right,
of course he's gonna abstain from, you know, Nick Fuentes,
right,
Myron Gaines, all of that. So,
he's already been scarred from the whole banning, and he's just like, wait a minute, I have this opportunity, I have a better opportunity, and honestly, bro, like it's just wild poetic luck that he said those words, and he's like, like I really want to make sure that I do things right this time, you know? And I saw it. I went to his page and I was like, holy shit, it really is unbanned. And then like, I think I went to work and I saw like a listing on Length or Girth, and it said he's got banned again. He got rebanned, and I was like, wow, like that was fast. And I was like, what did he do? You know? But yeah, we will dive into what he did. So let's see if I can find the video. Because a lot of the ads, whatever, were just like, oh yeah, I'm because I'm just gonna go off of what I know. Okay, it's probably better for me to just say it. So yeah, he gets unbanned from YouTube and Twitch. He tells Myron that it wouldn't be good for his career, and then I believe Nick Fuentes was talking to him, and he's like, wait a minute, you know, like, you know, Sneako was the one that, because I guess the podcast had died down for a moment. Like I I guess, the potential of it, you know, because everybody got really busy. This is Nick Fuentes' words. He says that everybody got really busy, and the podcast just kept getting pushed back further and further. It was Sneako that kind of brought it back to everybody, be like, hey, let's get this podcast going. And then it was just bad timing when his thing got his YouTube got unbanned, and then he just kind of flip-flopped on them. So the part of Nick just like kind of laughing at him about it was there was kind of a reason to it, you know, because he was like, it's kind of wild that he was the one that kind of reminded us all, like, oh yeah, we got this podcast to do, but then, you know, he backed out at the last second. So I do have the clip right here. This is the clip, I guess, of Nick Fuentes, I guess, declaring war on Sneako. And I think he does shed a little bit of light on the whole situation. So let's go ahead and listen to it. And I don't know, you probably will be able to hear the audio.
Yeah, actually, real quick before we play the video, if I go to your channel, right, because you should be live. I don't know, like, let me see. Okay,
Yeah.
so you are live.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go ahead and okay, so there's like low latency, so it doesn't seem like it's gonna play on time.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be a 7-second delay, most likely. That's how it always is.
Okay, then so I'm gonna go ahead and play this, guys. If you guys just be patient, it'll play itself. So I'm gonna go ahead and play it. Go for it.
The crash out was insane. Crash out was crazy. And all because all I did was laugh. I feel like I'm the most persecuted person in the world. When I was streaming with Sneako and Charleston White, I get
are you playing
an
it, Cam?
earful after the stream because I was
okay,
nodding
sure.
my head when Charleston was talking. When Charleston was spitting and saying Muslims are hateful, I was like, yeah. And I get an earful after the stream. Why you gotta nod? I'm getting yelled at for nodding. Then last night he gets banned from Kick. It's totally ridiculous. I laugh. Now I'm getting attacked for laughing. It's like, can a nigga live? The Muslim-Christian alliance was fun while it lasted, wasn't it? Did we not all have a good time cheering on Iran and Hezbollah? Did we not have a good time pretending to be the Taliban for some years? It was fun while it lasted. We watched Kingdom of Heaven. We posted the meme, together. And it was a good time. But I think now it's time to declare Deus Vult, a new crusade against the Muslim apostate Sneako. He's greatly insulted me. He rallied his 10,000 Saracens, his 10,000 Mohammedans on a Twitter space last night to defame and attack me with partial information, half-truths. So on kick.com, because look, this is a serious political show. This is a serious political show where we name the Jew. We don't eat dinner with rabbis. We name them. We don't hang out with rabbis. We don't hang out with Jewish fixers. We expose them. On Kick, so that's and I do it for the love of the game, as opposed to other reasons. So tomorrow or Friday, I'm thinking tomorrow, I'm going on Kick and I'm going to address Sneako. This apostate will pay. He will pay for his betrayal of the church, as will the race trader. I'm not going to name any names. As will the race trader who also apostatized from the true faith and the true church to go ride on camels and swing swords and yell la 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 and wear a fucking turban.
I believe the person that Nick Fuentes is talking about right now is Aiden Ross, the apostate, the one that basically he was a Muslim for a day, and I believe Sneako was, you know, they said that he was Jewish for a day because he had dinner with a rabbi, and yeah, that's what he's talking about. So I'm gonna play it back
and say Islam, Muslim. Get the fuck out of here. So tomorrow it's gonna be another crusade. We're going to war. Deus Vult intensifies. We'll take Jerusalem.
So that's the end of that clip. One thing that I will have to say is that this whole infighting between all of them, like Elijah Schaffer went on Twitter and said that Sneako was, basically just doing all of this for a bag, like he doesn't really stand in his convictions. He is, he's flipping on them, like for everything that he believes. He says that he's just doing this for money. That's his main motivation. And then, Myron and Sneako, they had a conversation. He wasn't too happy about that. Oh, hold on. Let me pause this. So yeah, Myron and Sneako, they had a conversation about Elijah Schaffer, and what they were mainly talking about was, why would I want to do a podcast with somebody who has called me, a traitor, who's called me, that wants to declare war on me, who is Nick Fuentes. And then you also have a guy that is saying that, he's just doing this for money. He doesn't really have any of these true beliefs. And then, so yeah. Oh, this is the, before we start that video, this is the tweet that Elijah Schaffer did. He says, "I love you, Sneako, but cucking to the Jews for money was a bad move. Please repent and return to God." And then it has a picture of Sneako and the rabbi that he had dinner with. Scrolling over to the next picture, he said, Elijah, he's like, "Sucking Jew blank for clout is the most pathetic thing I've ever seen out of a colleague. I like Aiden too. He's a cool guy. Nothing but love. Sneako, you didn't have to cuck this hard so publicly just to pay for lunch. And then the world doesn't need any more fake ass N-words. WTF." And then he goes on to say, "I rarely, if I ever, speak out on personal shit, so pardon my post, but I've had enough of fake people who pretend to care about real issues. Leave the space or I'll build an army against you until you leave and admit you were only here for clout until you got your accounts back." And then I believe the last thing he says, "I paid someone to make graphics for the show, particularly for Sneako. I'm out of cash and he's here leaving his friends in the red so he can profit off of his new circumcised venture. F you." And I guess these are the graphics that he did. So yeah,
can you do me a favor? If
Yeah.
you can send them to me, because there's like a 30-second delay when it comes to the video. That way it's a lot easier for me to like keep up with you guys, because
Oh, of course.
it's a little yeah. If you could do me that favor, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's I mean, it's not really a surprise, because I mean, we kind of expected this from Sneako. I mean, he went on that podcast with Fresh and Fit, and then he had that debate with Fresh, and then Fresh kind of like pointed it out to him, like, you don't regret anything. And of course he's like, "No, I don't regret anything at all," and I think that he stated that he would do it again, but now that like the opportunity has arisen, those words, they don't mean anything, they don't hold weight, because he abandoned that principle, and to be honest with you, it's not like I really expected Sneako to even uphold that principle anyways, because I mean,
He's a leaf in the wind, right?
Yeah, exactly.
He's just really behaving like he's always behaved, man. I mean, it's really whoever is the alpha in the room, that's who he's gonna, follow. And it's just No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say that, like, if he like, I remember there was like this there's two people that called him a grifter, and I found it funny because like there's this guy, the numbers guy, I don't know if you know him.
Yep, Gary the numbers guy.
Yeah, Gary's the number guy.
Mhm.
I remember he's all like, the number 8 is a number that tells people that this person's a grifter. And it was funny because like I'm like, even numbers are saying that Sneako's a grifter,
Yeah.
And this is a prime example of what grifting looks like, when you have an opportunity like this and you immediately just move over to the YouTube platform and just abandon all your principles. I don't know, man. I just thought that was pretty.
You got to remember that Sneako is a young guy, I mean, I'm looking at him and I'm like, yeah, you got a guy that as young as he is, getting, I think it's like 26 or 27, getting millions of dollars, having to work with a lot of prominent people, and then having it all ripped away, and then having to, move around to different platforms, and getting those platforms ripped away, and then making friends with certain people so that he can be relevant and stuff, and then getting punched in the face by a security guard, getting punched in the face by the boxer, and then it's like everybody still knows him for going to that swingers party, so you can't shake that. And and then now having to be banned off of everything in a 3-day span. So now he's trying to figure out where his next paycheck's coming from. I mean, it's got to be tough. I tuned into I think his Kick stream last night, because I think he was I don't know if it was Kick or if it was Rumble. No, it was Rumble. It wasn't. Yeah. So he went crawling back to Rumble. He was playing Black Ops 6, and he looked distraught, dude. Like, he wasn't really talking. He was just like quietly playing, and I was like, "Yep, this is this is a very subdued version of Sneako. Like, this guy used to be all up in the screen, yelling and screaming, and he was also a really creative guy. But now it's just like he's just zapped of all creative energy, because he's just too scared to do anything or say anything, because he's just like, I got nothing left, man. I don't. He's like, can an N-word breathe? That's what he was talking about, And no, it was just really funny.
I'm sure that eventually he'll adapt, but I mean, I think it's pretty funny how, like, now he understands that he messed up in the past,
Right?
Because he often kind of used to hold that as like a badge of honor, like, yeah, I did that for the betterment of like men or whatever the case is. And now that like he's being subdued, like you mentioned, yeah, like he's neutered, he's definitely neutered.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I wish him the best of luck, but I don't think that he's gonna progress as fast as he thinks he is, because if he's just gonna be staying quiet, not gonna say anything or even his true beliefs, then actually, you know what? Now that we're talking about this, I don't even think he has any true beliefs. I think that, like, he has to really sit down and think about what he has to say now. So he's probably gonna spend a bunch of time just sitting down thinking about what he has to say. I don't know, man. It seems a bit bleak for him for now. I
mean, he just needs to be around, I guess, the right people, and I just don't think that he's found the right people to be around yet. He's just going wherever, I guess, the most popular people are right now. Like, he was hanging out with Aiden Ross, dressing up as Luigi and doing just like, the Aiden Ross type streams and stuff. And it's just like he's just reverting back to whatever is safe now, even though he had that conversation with Fresh and he was just like, no, it's like, I care more about the truth than losing my platform, and then he lost all of his platforms, and now he's just like, let me just go back to playing video games, and being quiet. So it's I think he's, like I said, he's a young guy, and having to navigate that as a young guy, he's probably going to look back this when he's in his mid to late 30s and be like, yeah, that was a dumb part of my life, and who knows if he's going to be still doing the same thing. I mean, streaming or whatever, or maybe he'll end up on Cozy TV with Nick, if they make amends. Who knows?
I don't know if you watch Abba and Preach, but Abba and Preach kind of, or mostly Abba, he was kind of sitting down with Sneako and then giving him like the rundown of how like his future is gonna play out, and it's crazy how like he's walking every single step that Abba mentioned, yeah, you're gonna realize that you messed up, and then you're gonna act like you're this, you're gonna grift, and then now that he has his YouTube, like I don't know, man. I just really want to see what Sneako's gonna look like in the future. I really, really want to see what he's gonna look like 2 years from now. I know for a fact it's not gonna be Red Pill Sneako anymore.
Oh no, I think that's over. I mean, I think he's moved on. I mean, he's Muslim right now, so he is like, he's in that phase now of his transformation. But who's to say that he reverts out of that and goes back to being a Christian? Who knows? We'll see what happens. That's one thing that's kind of hard to predict about a leaf in the wind, is that we'll never know where he'll go next.
Do you know what Myron said about Sneako kind of just ditching the post?
I have a video. Actually, well, I don't have the most recent one. I do have the one where he talks about being banned. But I don't know, because I know that when he was talking to Myron about Elijah writing that tweet and stuff, you know, all Myron said is like, look, I'm going to talk to Elijah, and as far as Nick, you understand that people have different senses of humor or whatever. I don't think he meant, he's basically was talking about Nick like, I don't think he was laughing at you maliciously. I think he was just like, that was just his sense of humor, and you don't need to take it seriously. Which I'm just like, bro, that's I don't know about that. You know,
honest, I don't see enough people.
Yeah.
but I want to find the. Here's the thing. I don't know if we do a watch together, if I will be able to show you the video that's on Reddit. So I think the only thing. Yeah, here's the thing. I got an idea. What you can do is go to Reddit on your computer, and then go to Camp Hustle 1, and then you'll see my profile, and then you'll be able to click on the post I'm about to click on. That way, I'll just tell you which one it's gonna, and then just let me know when you get to the page, and then we can just play it at the same time. That way, you can hear it, and then if you want to, oh, go ahead.
What's the name of the video?
It's called Sneako tells Myron he will not do the podcast with Elijah and Nick because of their comments.
Let me see. Myron is not a fan of the back door. Just boys being boys. Let me see. Is it recent? Is it a recent video?
5 days ago.
5 days ago. Let me see if I can find it.
Are you on Length of Girth?
No, I'm on Camp Hustle 1.
Okay.
Posts.
Go to my profile. I don't know if that's a way to do that.
Let me see. I think I'm already on your profile.
Okay, you're already on it? Okay.
Yeah.
So the top thing says, oh, actually, you know what I think about? I think that's going to be under saved. Dang it. Unless I post, because I'm on the save page. I don't know if you're really able to see that. Okay, so what you're going to have to do is go to Length or Girth.
Okay.
That's how you'll be able to see it. And then we'll just, it's going to be from 5 days ago. And it says, Sneako tells Myron he will not do the podcast with Nick and Elijah.
Let's see. Sneako has been okay. Let's see. No. Myron tells this white guy. No.
Nope.
Most important question. This is what being promoted. Oh. Myron, this is 3 days ago. Let me see. Hang on a second.
This one's from 5 days ago. It's basically, I think it's like a white screen, and Sneako is in a circle. Myron's head is in a circle, and it says Sneako and Myron.
White screen.
If you look on my on the YouTube video, you'll be able to see my live stream. You'll be able to see what it looks like.
Okay.
That will probably help you out.
Okay, that's what it looks like.
Yep.
All right, let me see if I can find that. 5 days ago. 4 days ago. No. No. Sneako will no longer being on the Control Chaos list. No, that's with Nick. Doesn't seem like it's here.
Oh, really? Are you
Yeah,
are you on 5 days, or are you is it?
I'm on 5 days, and now I'm on 6 days.
I wouldn't be surprised if, because I saved it, somebody probably got it deleted, because you know Myron, he's always trying to like cover up any type of drama that's going on behind the scenes. But I think when you save it, I think it kind of bypasses that. So unfortunately, I think what we'll have to do is I'll play it, and then you'll just have to listen to it from the YouTube stream.
Oh, that's fine.
And then I'll play it all the way through, and we won't. And then if there's at any point in the video that you want to pause, I said send them the link. I guess I could do that. It says, oh, there it is. Copy link. There you go. Thank you, Coke Benny. I appreciate you. I'm just gonna send it to you, bro. Gotta love the YouTube chat, man. They're so much smarter than me. There you go. That's the link.
Okay, let me see. Videos. No.
You see it on Discord?
Where did you send it?
On Discord. On Discord.
You sent it on general or?
On our in our conversation, I guess. Are we on Velk?
Okay, yeah. I'm not getting it here either.
Oh shit! You know what? I'm an idiot. I put it in general. I'm an idiot. There you go. I just sent it in our conversation. There it is.
Oh, okay. Oh crap.
All right. So let me know when you're about to play it.
Okay, I'm about to play it.
All right.
In
3, 2, 1, go.
1.
You and a few others are the only crazy ones that do it.
Yeah, Byron, do you think it's funny that I got banned?
No, I'm fucking pissed off, bro.
Okay, do you think that it's something to joke about?
Different people have different senses of humor, but I mean, like I said
that's
before.
what I'm saying, bro. Like that's the difference. That's why I said this on the phone to you yesterday. Myron, since I've met him, is one of the only loyal people in the industry. Is one of the only people that I know I can count on. That is on my side, right? I can't say the same about pretty much anybody else in the industry. I don't think nobody comes to mind, and that because we have something in common. Like we both want to wake men up. We both want to get Israel out of America. We're both Muslim at the end of the day. We're both brown. We're both fucking niggers at the end of the day.
Yikes.
Yeah, but I also understand the need to unite with others that might not share the same religion and or skin color to reach more people. And we all have a common goal here. You know what I mean? And I think, arguing over little things here or there, yes, there are differences. Yes, there are different ideals. But I think arguing over that or fighting over that takes away from the big picture here, man. Christians are an ally in this fight, bro. The Grapers
Then you should tell them that.
Fight.
Then you should tell them that because I've given so many opportunities to so many Christians. I've given so many platforms to all these people. I've supported a lot of this movement, people that don't agree with me so much for 2 years straight. I've looked at the different side of Trump and I said, look, like maybe he's going to help. And you see what he says about Muslims. I've tried with countless other white Christians to do this. And they end up saying things publicly. They end up, finding division. They end up like everything that you've seen. They always end up turning because at the end of the day, we're not the same. And we have different objectives.
Yeah,
and different
but bro,
goals.
that's some of them. That's not all of them, bro. Like I'm telling
It's
you,
all
like,
of them. It's all of them.
Yeah.
It's all of them.
I don't know about
There's not. Can you tell me one?
Nick, bro, Nick supports us. Like, bro, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, Nick supports us. Look, he's a Catholic. Obviously,
Pause.
He, wants to
Pause.
protect his race and stuff like.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Pause.
All right, so I'm paused at 2:04. Basically, Myron having saying that hey, he supports us or whatever. This conversation is happening after Sneako saw the clip of Nick laughing at him. But
Oh, yeah.
so it kind of so you can kind of see where Sneako's coming from. Like, wait a minute, that's the first guy that comes to mind when it's like, that guy was like publicly like laughing at me and all this stuff, and he definitely, it's like he could care less that I got banned on everything, and he's like, do I really want to work with that guy? So
Eco, man, the crap.
I'm kind of in Sneako's corner right now, where he's just like, I don't really want to work with these guys, like they could give a shit about me. So
yeah, I mean, the thing is that like Nick and Sneako have kind of been having a falling out as of late, because I remember watching a video. I don't remember where, but there was a video of Nick kind of trying to dissect Sneako's character, who he is, and then I guess he was saying a bunch of derogatory statements. They weren't hard statements, but they were just like observations that he made. And obviously because Nick, he's a bit inflammatory. Those comments towards Sneako didn't exactly land well with Sneako. I'm sure he saw that video thinking like, dude, like what I don't know what Nick is talking about. I've been nothing but good to him. I would imagine that he would have that thought, But yeah, I mean, it's been building up for some time now, and now it seems like Sneako is just completely like just 180, you know, and he
Hmm.
understands that these people aren't exactly the people that he thought they were. Because I know that he was hyping up what's his name, Nick, when he first met him. You know, he's like, he's not racist,
When he
and
first met him, they had the conversation about race mixing, and you know, and Nick said like, you know, having white women having sex with black people is equivalent to having sex with like dogs, whatever. And
that's crazy.
Sneako was in that conversation, you know, and I think even Abba was in that conversation. He was like, look, like the world that Nick wants, you wouldn't be part of it, Sneako, because you're a product of race mixing, you know. But then of course, you know, I think Sneako was just like, oh, he's not so bad. But I'm just like, dude, how could you not? How could you not even see that, man?
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
now he sees it.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't even think it's so. Yeah, it could be that as well. But I think it's so much the fact that like he doesn't care that Sneako would get banned on these platforms, you know, or because to him like he's thinking like, dude, you would choose these platforms over me. So I guess it's kind of like that kind of loyalty that he's
Mhm.
kind of questioning, you know. I feel like it's that as well as what you said, you know.
Mm-hmm. No, it's true.
Yeah.
I can. It's funny because I can see both angles. Like Sneako feels betrayed by the people that he felt like was in his circle, and then Nick feels betrayed because Sneako is flaking on them. You know, because I think either way you look at it, Nick is trying to get exposure any way he can. You know, the fact that Myron like backs him 100% and has made him relevant again, even though he was banned on everything. You know, you look at, was it Fresh and Fit brought him out, Pearl brought him out, you know, and Pearl, she got demonetized, Fresh and Fit are demonetized. And, you know, it's just like anybody that works with this guy, it always goes bad. Everything he touches turns to shit. And then you got, you know, now Sneako, he got all of his platforms back, you know, for that 24 hours. And he's just like, yeah, I mean, it just seems like a no-brainer to not work with these guys, you know, like, sorry, Myron, I know that, you know, you're one of the only guys that I trust, but I feel like this is probably the best move for me.
Man, that's crazy, dude. So in all of this, what's going on with Fresh? Like, I'm sure you know, like, what's going on with
Man, Fresh has nothing. Fresh is now on this whole, like, I am going to just speak what's on my mind. I'm not going to sit around and be quiet anymore. And, you know, I know you don't have an issue with Fresh. I've been meaning to bring you. This is another reason why I'm bringing you on, so we can have a little bit of a disagreement. But I will give you some credit that now Fresh is starting to be. He's being a little bit more direct. He's still a little indirect because there is a video that I have saved here that we're going to cover after this one, and a lot of people are saying it's a W Fresh, and you know how hard it is for me to say that, but he is starting to, his backbone is getting stronger. Let's just say that. But he still hasn't said anything directly to Myron. He's just talking about in general. But of course, everything that he's speaking about in general is stuff that that is what Myron has done.
You know what's the biggest thing about Fresh is the only thing, and I'm sure that he's gonna get better with this. But the only thing is that like he has like this no snitch mentality. You know, I hate when he like.
Oh, I hate that too. I fucking hate that.
Tell a story and he's like, never mind. Like,
yeah,
bro,
he's constantly not wanting to burn bridges, and yeah. Oh god. Yeah. But I mean, hopefully that's that changes, and if that changes, hey, that's one small little millimeter. I'm like, okay, he's improving. He's improving. Yeah. But let's.
I really wonder if he's.
No, go ahead.
Just really quick before we move on. I'm just gonna say I really wonder if he's actually going to like spill any tea in the future, because I can only imagine that, you know, once he ends up realizing that he's kind of been hypnotized by this entire red pill stuff, I'm sure that sometime in the future he's gonna come out and he's gonna spill everything that went on behind the scenes. But I don't know if that's actually gonna happen. But yeah, I just kind of want to just go ahead and say that.
Bro, he you know, the thing is, man, I think he's just looking at it that, okay, Myron is ditching me for these 3 other guys, and now it's like 2 other guys. And he knows that he can't keep up with them in terms of the direction that they're moving, because I think they all know that the red pill is dying, and Myron has pivoted over to this political space. And Fresh does not agree with it. He doesn't agree with, you know, saying whatever it takes to lose your platform. You know, I think he just wants to kind of he wants to just kind of remain in the middle. But I think he's just rode on that train for too long. He didn't get off, and he's getting taken down with it. So
Yeah.
it's unfortunately a lose-lose situation for him. And you know, some people are even saying, oh well, you know, if Fresh is gonna change this new direction, be more based or whatever, maybe he can go do his own solo podcast. I'm like, I would never.
He has, too. I don't know if you've been seeing him, but he's kind of been doing like live streams, playing games and stuff like that. I think
Yeah.
you've seen it, right?
I've not watched. I glanced at a I glanced at I guess a Reddit post, because on the Fresh and Fit podcast he was talking to Chris for about 20 minutes about beating him on a game like I think it was League of Legends or something, but he was just saying how he would beat him on that, and I guess Chris wasn't like making too big of a deal of it, but he was just like, yeah, well, like whatever, bro, like it's not a big deal. But then I guess Fresh did like a live stream where he played against him, but I didn't watch it. I just saw the header and I was just like, nope. Because I mean, yeah, I mean it's not worth it to me. Doug MPA, it's because Fresh is broke. Myron put all of his money into real estate. Fresh spent all of his money on Lambos. Hey, man. And you know what?
And escort.
Yeah, I was gonna say women are pretty expensive, especially in Miami, man. They got Salt Bay, got all these other crazy restaurants out there, and you know, Fresh doesn't see fine dining as a scam, you know. So of course he's gonna spend $1,000 on the first date, and you know, try to get that box, bro. That's what it's all about, right? You know.
Exactly.
You know, and I do think that, you know, I think I've expressed how my views on Zerka. I do think that Zerka was saying, he said one thing that was like correct about Fresh, is that I can't be around somebody who is completely obsessed with like having sex with women. Like that's just like his number one MO. Like that's all I'm here for, is just to bang as many girls, you know? Like that's, I mean, and I was like, yeah, that's definitely a path of, it's an empty hole. Let's just say that it's an empty life, you know, that's what you're all about. Yeah. So, I think, Fresh eventually will, reach a point where he's going to start getting these real diseases that can't be just cured with a shot, you know? And it's gonna be rough.
I was gonna ask, this video that you sent me with Sneako, where he tells Myron about the Elijah and Nick comments. Is there like a much more bigger conflict that he's about to mention?
Can we just watch the rest of it? Because I don't remember, dude. I have so much information that it's all kind of jumbled for me. From what I do remember like he has kind of a strong stance on that. You know, he doesn't want to do it, but then Myron's like, look, we're gonna do it. Let me just talk to these guys and smooth things over. So Doug MPA, your call roasting Fresh was gold. I gotta go back to it when I'm having a bad day. One of the best moments of 2024 for sure. Thanks for that. Hey man, you're welcome, bro. You're welcome. I'll make sure whenever when Myron Deserves Fresh book drops, I'll make sure to get you a signed copy in the mail. So just be patient, man. It's coming.
Yeah, really quick, I want to go ahead and say that Doug, he has the right mentality, man. Because there's times where the other day too, I ended up watching your video once again. I think it was like a week ago or two, where I went to go buy some food, and I was just like, you know what, man, I feel like enjoying this, you know. So I went to go buy some food, and I went to go rewatch the entire episode. I was like, this was brilliant, man. This is never gonna get old.
Hey man, it's funny. It's 8 months old now, and I'm gonna save the surprise I got for you guys for the end of the stream. It's only about a minute long, but somebody did something for me, and it's in video form, and I'm gonna share it with you guys at the end, because I think it's the cherry on top of this whole thing, and it's pretty great. But if there's nothing else, man, let's. I appreciate you watching that video. That video is getting up there, bro. It's at 900 and like I think 24K last time I looked at it. So it's on its way to 1 million views, bro.
That's nice, man. Congratulations on that, by the way.
I can't even take credit, bro. It's on somebody else's channel. I didn't. He basically ripped it from Rumble and put it on YouTube. And you know how Rumble is about like sharing their content, whatever. That's
Yeah.
it is what it is. But let's finish this video. Right now I'm at 204. So I guess if you want to sync yourself up with me,
Ready? 3,
2. Okay,
1.
3, 2, 1, go.
Oh.
Oops.
Like that, but yo, like he can go ahead and have his goals and we have ours. At the end of the day, we have a very similar goal. We need to get the occupation of a foreign government the fuck out of here. That's the main thing.
Right. I mean, we could yap about that. We could talk about it on a podcast. But at the end of the day, like white supremacist Christians, not specifically Nick, they don't want they wouldn't even let us be in office. They don't want Muslims
Yeah,
to
that's
even be
cool.
politics.
Who cares about them? Who cares about
So
those
then how
guys?
are we
You
going to
don't
do
care.
it? Okay, what's bigger than a podcast is getting things signed and getting people in office and getting people in power. They don't want us in power.
Again, that's why I think this podcast is so important. It's going to be very powerful for people to see people from different backgrounds, right? You're Haitian and Asian. I'm Sudanese. Nick is Italian and Mexican. Elijah's white. Like, it's going to be extremely powerful for people to see people of different skin color, different backgrounds, different fucking religions sitting together and having a very serious conversation on what's going on. It won't just be talking about Zionism and stuff like that. It'll be talking about other stuff too. And
Okay, well,
at
Nick
the end
and
of the day,
Elijah will tell you. Nick and Elijah will tell you that you should not ever be president because you're a brown Muslim.
but at the end of the day, I do think Nick and Elijah are allies, and I think we're stronger together than we are apart because the enemy wants us apart. That's exactly what they fucking want. We
All right,
can't
well,
let them-
Elijah's
Pause,
publicly saying on
pause.
Twitter right now that it's sold
3,
out to the
2, 1,
I'm gonna
pause.
talk.
So
that 3.
okay, sorry. So Doug MPA, I watched it at least 20 times. It never gets old. Appreciate that, man. What do you guys think about the whole saying the truth versus making money? That's Fresh versus Myron right now. We actually have I have a clip that's going to be played after this, which is going to directly address that. Fresh is still kind of hiding behind generalities, and he's not speaking in the direct voice yet. But I do think that that time is coming, whether it's going to be on live or it can be offline. It's going to happen, and like I predicted, I do believe that Fresh and Fist will be parting ways very soon, just because it's reaching a boiling point. You know, it can't be avoided. Before, you know, Myron was really good about keeping things, like whenever he would address Fresh, you know, about him fucking up, like offline. And I think it's getting to a point where they can't hide it anymore. You know?
Yeah, man. I think that like when it comes to like the truth and making money, I think that Myron was never making like, you know, he was never about the truth. He was always like right now he's talking about the truth right now, but I mean, if that was the case, then you know, why is he putting like so much content behind a paywall? You know, I don't know, man. Like whenever I hear somebody talk about the truth and then they end up putting words behind a paywall, I think that they're not really about the truth.
I honestly think he's just trying to torpedo the Fresh and Fit podcast so he can go do his own thing. I've said that a while ago, and you know, by any means necessary, you know, whether he you know, if he has to keep talking about dem boys or you know, doing Nazi salutes. And I think, oh yeah, I mean, I have another clip that we're going to talk about, and it's wild, but I mean, it's just the racism I don't understand. You know, it's like he had a pretty good audience, and in the beginning, you know, the first like couple years that they started the podcast, and he completely alienated that audience. You know, I don't even know why. You know, it's like after Kevin Samuels died, like all of the, I think the audience of that he had migrated over to Fresh and Fit, because that was kind of like the, I guess I wouldn't even say the next best thing. It was just kind of like what was there for them, and you know, still kind of continuing on. And yeah, he completely just, I don't know, man. I think he's isolated them, and now he's on this whole white supremacist grift or whatever. But he has masked it by saying, hey, it's better for us to work with these people, and because it's going to show people that, hey, it's better when we come together and speak about ideas as, you know, coming from different backgrounds. But I'm just like, bro, you guys all think the same, so it's kind of like it doesn't matter that you guys are all different you know, backgrounds or whatever. If you guys all think the same, it's like you guys aren't really having any conflicts. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, you get three races together and they're all racist against like one person. It's like, what kind of dynamic is that? It's just like It would be one thing if somebody was like, no, I completely disagree with the way that you guys think, but they have like, a meaningful conversation out of it. But it's not going to be that. It's just going to be a 4-person circle jerk of everybody on the same thing.
You got to like they made an episode. They actually made like a whole podcast.
No, dude. It was supposed to be tonight. Tonight was supposed to be it was supposed to debut tonight, but because Sneako backed out, Nick Fuentes got on his little thing and said that they were going to probably see if they could find either a guest replacement or just run it with just the 3 of them. So yeah. Doug said, I don't know why Myron keeps talking about the people with the small hats. It's still off limits. Hey man, my theory is that he just wants to be banned off of YouTube. He wants to be banned off of everything, and he just wants to follow Andrew Tate in slippers, man, and he wants to share a bunkmate with him and get. I don't know, man. It's just weird, bro. He's got this weird fetish with Andrew Tate that he's like, I believe that he's innocent and that he was wrongfully accused, and I'm gonna do everything he did so I can be in the same spot as him. So
I don't know if you know, but like, do you know what the podcast was supposed to be about? I know he mentions it here briefly. He says that it's just different backgrounds talking about different ideas, but I don't think that they were really going to talk about ideas. I think that it's kind of like Doug said, like, like I feel like they were probably going to be talking about the Jewish people. They were going to talk about girls, like it's like the same stuff that you find in like all of these people's channels.
From what I understand, it was going to be like classified information, like stuff that like the JFK, pretty much everything off of like Fed Reacts, concerning like government cover-ups and stuff like that. Myron was going to be able to offer that, and then I guess the JQ, that was going to be like a mainstay, like maybe even like a segment of the show that they rip into the the Jews for, and then I don't know, man. Like he really didn't give that many details. It just kind of that little trailer they had of Myron like crashing out, and then I think it was just gonna be them just kind of just bouncing racist ideas off of each other, and it was all good. It was gonna be on Rumble. That Coke Benny's question, where is the podcast even going to air? I think Rumble, that was going to be where it was going to be all along, because Myron is 10 toes down on we're doing everything on Rumble. That is home base for everything, and then if we have to bring it to Castle Club, because we're gonna I don't know, that was the plan all along. And I think there was also a thing about, Aiden like wanting to bring Myron over to Kick because they lost their Twitch or something. And Myron like stood like strong, saying that we're not going to Kick. He said it was a degenerate platform, and Rumble is where his loyalty lies. So
that's who said that?
Myron.
Oh, okay. I thought that Sneako said that. I thought that Sneako said that because he just recently got kicked off of Kicked. So I was gonna say that's pretty rich coming from Sneako. But
no, Sneako didn't. I don't think he said anything about going back to Rumble, because the last words that he says is that he's like, it's okay, I'm a Kick streamer, because he had lost his Twitch and YouTube. He went back to Kick, and then like within 24 hours he lost his Kick. And then he just kind of went crawling back to Rumble. But yeah, I think it was a very quiet crawl back. He didn't make a big deal about it because he's just like, dude, this looks awful. This looks bad. So
go ahead.
Coke Benny says, was it going to be on the Fresh and Fit channel? I don't think so. I don't know, honestly. That's a good question. I don't know if, because I think Myron wanted to keep Fresh and Fit separate from this. I think he wanted the Controlled Chaos to be a completely separate thing. He didn't want to have Fresh's name anywhere near it, from what I understand. So, that's what I do. That's what I do know, is that it was supposed to be something completely separate with just those 4 guys.
I think it would make a lot more sense if they started a new channel, because I can only imagine that, like, none of them are probably gonna, like, if they all were to grab that same podcast, that means it would be uploaded like 4 times, on Sneako, Nick's stuff
Right.
channel wherever he's at. So I'm sure that they were planning on like creating a separate channel for this. But I don't know. I mean, that's just
No, that makes the most sense to me. Because you put everything on one channel, all they gotta do is take that channel down, and then it's done. Whereas, I mean, I don't know. Also, well, I guess when they got banned, all of their channels got banned. I mean, even like, Fresh's little channel with the IRL streams, those got banned too. So, I think anything with him in it would get banned if it got taken down. But I don't know. They got a good relationship with Chris Pavlovsky from Rumble, so I think that's going to be something that they'll just they'll stick with Rumble and do it on a separate channel. Do on the I guess it would be called the Controlled Chaos Podcast or whatever, however you want to call it. But I don't know, man. It's starting to fall apart because the pillars are leaving. But let's finish this video. We got about 2 minutes left, so let's go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, it's hard to find an ally who says that you sold your soul and all this stuff. Like, what do you think? Like, what are we going to talk about? Like, I would never. Would you ever say that about? Would you ever publicly tweet? Like, especially right now. After all, I just got banned on 3 platforms. He said, okay, what did he say?
Yeah, he could have went about it better.
He
man,
said,
but I'm
okay,
gonna
he
talk
said,
to
he
him.
said, okay, he said, Sneako cooked to the Jews for money. Please repent and turn to God. Sneako wants to appease his new Jewish masters for quick money. He was clear on that shit. He
Yeah,
thinks he can
I saw
rebrand.
it.
Hold on,
I saw it.
let me read it. He thinks he can rebrand his image by submitting to pedophile big tech Zionist demigods. He no longer cares about free speech. Sneako's only in it for the bag. It's grotesque, honestly. That's something that an ally says? That sounds like a hit piece.
Yeah, again, I don't. That wasn't the best way to go about it. He probably doesn't know what you're dealing with behind the scenes because you haven't spoken to him.
And he didn't try. And he didn't try. He went publicly. I'm telling you, bro, like, these people will never be allies, bro. An ally doesn't write a hit piece on you when you're at your lowest moment career-wise. That's a clear sign. It's like, okay, to try to make amends, it's like as silly as Aiden saying, oh, you and XQC could be buddy-buddy now. This dude is trying to get me banned on Twitch. He would be happy if I died. He would be happy if I had no bank account. And you want me to be friends with these people?
Well, not XQC because he's a faggot. But I mean, the Elijah situation, I don't think he knows what's going on. So I'll
But the
talk to
point
him
is,
on the side.
he didn't try to do that. He just said, I sold out to the Jews. It's grotesque, and I'm only in it for the bag. If he publicly thinks at my lowest moment that I sold my soul and I'm only in it for the bag, how am I supposed to create a friendship and alliance? I would never say that to you. I would never say that to Warner. I would never say it to Sonny, AO, H2, the people. I would never do that.
I will tell you off of the space. I'll tell you off the space what's going on. I'll tell you. I don't want to say
They're
it.
doing it for clips. They're doing it for
No,
attention.
no, none of that. I'll just tell you on the side, bro. I don't want to derail this space. I know you're obviously talking with some people and everything else.
You
like
could
that.
say it, bro. They already went public.
No.
All right. Well, I mean, at this point, like, me personally, I would not start a podcast. If thinking besides about Elijah, anybody, if I'm starting a podcast, I'm not starting. My co-host is not going to be someone who I think is only in it for money and sold out to the Jews. How could you base a podcast, a business relationship on that frame?
That's pretty insane, man. Camp, you're still there?
All right, sorry about that. I had to put my son back. So can you hear me? You there?
I can hear you now.
Okay, yeah. Coke Benny said Myron protecting his white kings. I mean, that's just standard protocol, bro. I mean, we know that Myron in his college days, he was the token, and he continues to want to be in these white spaces and just be a conduit for the white supremacy movement. And if he can get, with his influence, get more people to side with them, and then he's doing a good job. But what he doesn't understand is that when he was in the last Twitter space with the white supremacists, they were like, look, man, we're glad that you're doing all the work and stuff, and spreading the word and stuff about what we're all about. But you understand that you're not, once we get America back to being right again, we want you out too. You know, I'm sure you saw. Did you see that conversation?
I did see that conversation. I think I saw it on your live stream.
Yeah, and Myron was just like, yeah, I'm just, I was born here for one, and then they were just like, that doesn't matter, man. Like your parents weren't born here. You obviously, but by that whole logic, everybody's got to go, right?
Yeah, technically.
But
But
let me
that's pretty insane.
showing how white
Sneako, man. I kind of wanted to talk about Sneako.
go right
Pretty
ahead.
insane how he said all of that about Nick. I really want to know what he thinks about Nick now. Like I know he doesn't see him as an ally for sure because he just mentioned it right now. Yeah, really, because these guys were like, weren't these guys like best friends? Weren't they holding each other from like the elbows?
Yeah, bro. I mean, the thing is, okay, so what Sneako said to Myron is that he can't name one person that is loyal to him other than Myron. Nobody comes to mind. So everybody that was going to be on Controlled Chaos, he's just like, no. Fresh, no. Nobody, because everybody, even the guys on Kick, like Aiden, he's a flip flopper. Neon, he's just trying to do whatever he can for the bag. So yeah, everybody in Sneako's life is just like is all content creators. He doesn't have like actual like real life friends. Even his family freaking disown him. So like his chat is his family. He said that.
Because here's the one thing, like usually like as we get older, we understand patterns, when it comes to personality. This is a good indicator of somebody who is absolutely terrible socially, Sneako. Because if you have that many people that are abandoning you, like Aiden, I guess now Nick, especially your own family, my dude, in some way that signals to people that you are a problem, And so now I kind of want to go ahead and ask you this, Cam, because I know you're very knowledgeable in this. What do you think about Myron? Do you think that Myron here in this position, he's being a cuck? Because think about it, man. If everybody has the same complaint about Sneako, and Myron, because he's so loyal, you know the whole saying, Myron's loyal to a fault. Do you think that in some way he has to cuck to Sneako? Because Sneako, I'm sure that he's screwed over Myron many times, but because he's such a loyal friend, he's not going to see him in that manner. I mean, like, this is just one of those examples where he just ends up walking away from the podcast. Myron would have done him a solid, but for some reason, because Elijah and Nick are on that podcast, he can't stand with Myron, even though Myron is a part of that. I don't know, man. I feel like in many ways he has screwed over Myron, and because Myron's just way too loyal, he's just not going to recognize it. What do you think about that?
I think that Myron doesn't ever write off people that he is loyal to ever completely, because if you think about the history of Sneako in Myron, Sneako brought a lot of people to the podcast, introduced he set up a lot of relationships with Fresh and Fit, and I believe he's the one that actually brought on Nick and got their whole demonetization thing going. And Sneako really is the cause of all of this. But also, he established other connections too. I think the whole Charleston White, the whole Aiden Ross, like all those connections and stuff. Like I think that was a lot. Even Neon, whatever. All of those connections were all brought on from Sneako. So I think Myron does hold Sneako in a high regard for that, in terms of like being connected to a lot of different creators and everything. But on I guess a base level, he kind of looks at him as a little brother. They both have the whole Muslim thing in common. So I don't think Myron would turn on his little brother like that. So I think that's how he sees him. He sees him just more of as like a little brother,
Yeah.
So I mean he's kind of like family, so you can't really disown him. He's just like, unless I think the only way that he would disown him is if like Sneako was like, I don't know, try to hurt Fresh, or if he just was like, I don't know. I don't know, man. I really don't. I don't know what it would take for Myron to just completely let go of Sneako. I don't think he could.
Yeah, I don't think so either, man.
Yeah,
I mean, like,
I just don't. His
his record is pretty telling. Sneako's record is pretty telling, and the fact that like Myron still hasn't abandoned him. He in some way has to be cucking to him
Mhm.
majorly, you know.
Sure,
So
sure. But as far as Myron's allegiance to Elijah Schaefer and Nick and stuff, I think that is also another loyalty. So I think he's just, what he's going to try to do is just try to smooth things over, build a bridge like he always tries to do, and just try to get people to get along, you know, and just try to have a conversation, and just kind of be like the middleman between the two opposing parties. I honestly think that because of the way things have progressed with you know, the bands and you know, I mean, Myron's got a full plate of problems he's got to worry about. You know, like his own podcast is going down the tank right now. You know, they thought they had Twitch, now they're permanently banned, so that door is closed. There's no more. Kick is still on the table, you know, and Aiden's just kind of dangling it on him. But you know, of course, Myron has his loyalties. He has loyalty to the Rumble owner and stuff like that. So I think his loyalty is what is holding him back. I will say that. His loyalty to Sneako, his loyalty to Nick and Elijah, and then his loyalty to the Rumble. And it's like he's got his hands tied 3 ways from Sunday, bro.
Yeah. And it's showing too, because like right now I just went to the Fresh and Fit channel, and man, dude, the After Hours podcast, which is like the huge money making cow, they streamed 2 days ago and it only has about 27,000 views. You know, they weren't pulling those numbers about a year ago, you know, and now
Oh, it was 100K minimum.
Yeah.
200K minimum. Yeah, bro. And that's the thing, man. It's like the fall off is real. The thing is, they only do about 20 minutes on YouTube, and then they go to Rumble, and then, you know, like it's of course they bring on guests too that can't be on YouTube. I think the last one they had was Tommy Sotomayor, so they had to have that one on Rumble. I think that episode was only 20 minutes on YouTube. And you know, I think one of the comments said, "Man, I used to love getting off of work and watching Fresh and Fit on my big screen TV, but then when they go to Rumble, I don't have that option." So it's like they're kind of shooting themselves in the foot by, you know, I mean, they have a deal with Rumble, so it's like they have to have the majority of their content on there. So it's like, unfortunately, I mean, they don't want to work for free, which is understandable. Going to having a full episode on YouTube is just like charity to them, you know. So
yeah, and that, I mean, I don't know, it's pretty complex, obviously, right? Because you know, when you make a channel, you want to get paid for this stuff, you know. But like I think that because Myron speaks in absolute statements, like I always think about his words, you know. He always talks about how he's saving man, and he'll like, I don't know, I think he said before that he'll do this. Actually, I shouldn't say that because I don't know if he has said it, but like he hypes it up as if he'll do this for free, you know.
He doesn't need the money. He doesn't need the money. Yeah.
And he always talks about too. Yeah, you're correct on that. He always talks about how he already invested all his money into real estate, that he doesn't need any more money. But of course, like, you know, he has workers that he has to care for. So
yep. About 20 employees, and then he, you know, all the equipment that they have and stuff. They got to keep everything updated and running, keep the lights on, you know, the rent for the place. I mean, the fact that, you know, and then he's got Fresh that he's got to split everything with. So,
yeah, man,
that's a whole other issue. But, you know, I mean, that's the thing, man. It's a, you know, when you just peel back the first layer of all the stuff that Myron is juggling in terms of his loyalties and his responsibilities, it's like, wow, I'm glad I don't have your life, bro. Like, you claim to be this millionaire with residual income coming in and stuff like that, and you don't have to do this podcast, but, you know, you've designed this entire podcast. You are in this podcast, like, you know, this is your baby, you know. This is more your baby than Fresh's baby. Fresh is just along for the ride. We all know that. We all know that the podcast is just a front so he can come, you know, simp on some girls, whatever. We know that. Well, that's his dating strategy is, you know. But and you know, if this podcast does happen with a controlled chaos and stuff like that, it's definitely gonna be something. It's gonna be more of a passion project. They're not gonna get paid. They're not gonna have advertisers for it. You know?
Yeah, especially with Nick on it. Nobody's going to advertise, especially with Nick on it. You know,
Right.
It's just impossible.
Right. It's almost like it's like when you triple and quadruple down on a bad decision, you know? And this right here, this is quadrupling down on a bad decision. Coke Benny, he said Myron is harder on his actual brother than he is to Sneako. It's true. I've seen a couple episodes, whatever, talking about his brother, his little brother, whatever. But you know,
I didn't know Myron had a little brother. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
How old is his brother? Do you know?
I don't know his exact age, but I know that he has super chatted into the show. I think the last time I seen him super chat into the show, it was when they were in the old studio. I haven't seen him recently in the new studio. So, but yeah, no, it's true, man. The Sneako will always have a lot more grace with Myron, and it just gets reinforced whenever they do streams together and stuff like that. It's like I think whatever they portray online, it's you know, they do have their conflicts and stuff like that, but then when the cameras are off, it's like, yeah, you know, I'm just glad that I was able to, you know, put some content together with your brother and stuff, and we're good, you know, we're good, and no hard feelings, whatever, you know, we'll see you tomorrow, and it's all that, you know. It's really kind of just like they know what they're doing. They know that they're putting together some content, and whether he has to play it up, Myron has to dial it up a little bit more, you know, or Sneako has to. They're real conflicts at the end of the day that they have, but then behind closed doors, I think it's just like, yeah, you know, we're just going to take this one day at a time, and we're going to figure out what our next strategy is going to be, you know?
You know, I wanted to ask, I know Sneako got his channel unbanned on YouTube, but I'm trying to look for it right now, and I can't find it.
It was unbanned for 24 hours. Then it got rebanned.
Oh, really? Even on YouTube?
Yeah. Yes. That's the thing. No, it was literally unbanned, because I think I told you at the top of the show, Sneako got unbanned from Twitch and YouTube, and the timeline of this happening was before it was before he was talking to Nick about, hey, we should start up the Controlled Chaos podcast, whatever, because everybody was working and stuff like that. So he started saying that, and then when everybody was like, okay, well, Elijah's going to start doing graphics, whatever. He did all these graphics, and then I think Nick was buying a plane ticket to go to Miami, and then the YouTube got banned, and then the Twitch got banned, and then he was on Kick, and then Kick got banned. It was all in a 3-day span of all of those platforms, and then Sneako was just like, he was just wiped. He was like, yeah, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this podcast anymore. You know?
And so all he has now is just Rumble. That's it.
That's it, man. I mean,
That's insane.
I do think that you know, the people at the top, I don't know if they follow these guys and their dramas and stuff like that, but I think it was a very strategic move to have his YouTube unbanned and then his Twitch unbanned, for him to say to Myron, no, you know, I think it would be bad for my career. And then after he said that, then they banned him. I think it's just really crazy, messed up the way it happened. But it was almost kind of like they knew where he was in the mind frame, at least, to walk away from Myron and say, yeah, I don't think I should do the podcast because it would be bad for my career. That was his words. It would be bad for my career, because now that I have my YouTube and my Twitch, I have a greater opportunity now to make money. I mean, all the subscribers were still there. It was like 195 million or something. It was in the millions. I know that for sure. On his YouTube. And everything was like, I don't even know if it was monetized, because they said that his video channel was unbanned, but his live streaming channel was still banned. That's what I do understand from my research. And so yeah, that was kind of like the smoke and gun, was his live stream channel was still banned. So he could.
And that's
Yeah.
unfortunate for Sneako, man.
He never
and the
even got a
thing is,
chance. He never even got a chance to upload a video when it was unbanned. It was just like, here it is, take it away.
it's not only that, it's just like, damn, man, like it was just like that brief moment, and like it
Yep.
just exposed Sneako for who he was. And like
Mhm.
honestly, dude, like I'm pretty sure right now he's probably beating himself up, like, man, like why did I do that, you know? But I mean, you know, that's what happens when you grift, you know, you
Right,
you grift,
right.
and stuff like this happens when you don't stand on principle, you know.
Exactly. And you know, it sounds good to say, hey, I much would rather give truth to my platform, and at the risk of being banned. It sounds good to say that, but then when you have the potential to, you know, make millions of dollars, you know, by having to be reinstated into a partner program and stuff like that, then you get this influx of money coming in that you were used to, but it's been 2 years and now it's back. Sure. I mean, I don't really fault him for like just his eyes being wide about that and be like, whoa, you know, like I can really, I really don't want to screw this up the second time around. But then, you know, it just,
In a way, like I guess in a sense, this is what happens when you speak in like in a certain way, in a certain manner, you know. And
Mhm.
Sneako, and here's the thing, man. Like at the same time, I kind of sympathize with Sneako because obviously, like I think I've mentioned it in my content that, you know, I'm not a, I guess, a believer in non free will. You know, we have some free will, but not complete free will. And of course, like the fact is that you know, he's influenced by his environment, you know. So when he's
Mhm.
around all these people, he sees them speaking in absolute statements and all of this stuff. So he does it. But then like when you say stuff like that, when you make statements like that, and then the time comes for you to finally like make a transition over to a platform like YouTube, you know, it almost looks as if he abandons all his principles, you know. And it's, to me, I just can't get over that fact. And so I just don't sympathize with him as much, you know. I say
Mhm.
that he probably has like a good 70% blame, a good amount of blame, which is 70%. um but yeah, overall, dude, I think that Sneako kind of deserves this. I'm not gonna lie, dude.
Oh yeah, I mean, dude, this guy's worked with Mr. Beast. This guy has had, you know, he was on the Yay 2024. I mean, he's worked with Kanye West. He's got to meet Donald Trump. You know, he's had a lot of opportunities that he just burned bridges, you know? And
Yeah.
so, Coke Betty said, Sneako is like Jenny Coran and Rumble is like Forrest Gump. He left Rumble to gallivant and then came back to Rumble, and then Rumble took him back with open arms. It's true, bro. It's true.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder, like, you know, being the CEO, because I heard that he's like cool with. No. That's not. Never mind. I
No,
forgot that Sneako has problems with the CEO of Rumble, because I remember
because of
he was
the
talking.
power slap,
Yeah.
the Rumble event. Yeah. He had to sit in the nosebleeds while I believe it was, what was it, Aiden Ross, Kai Sanat, and I think I Show Speed. They were all like they were on the, I think, the homepage for Rumble, and also they were I think like front row seats or whatever in the VIP section or whatever. And Sneako, yeah, he basically just got dissed, you know, and he's just like, I don't get it, man. I've been promoting Rumble, you know, I've been going hard for them, and Aiden Ross isn't even a Rumble streamer, you know. He is like, I don't understand how I'm getting this thing, you know, like that.
Yeah.
But yeah. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to talk about was I wanted to shift a little bit and talk about Fresh. Because since I have you here, you know, since you know, you're a fan of Fresh, I'm just gonna
I wouldn't exactly say a fan of Fresh, but I do respect Fresh in some way, for sure.
yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead, and this one's for you. Let me send this to you on Discord, and we'll do that same thing before, where we will count down, and when you are ready, let me know when you have it on your screen.
Okay, let's see. General, correct? Okay, I see it.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Oh wait.
Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I'll count down. Give me 1 second. Let me get back onto my This needs to be there. Okay, perfect. All right. So 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, I got you. Yeah.
Yo, I've been listening to Kanye for like 30 minutes. Can I ask my question now?
Sure, go ahead.
All right, Myron. I have a question for you.
No. This is fresh on Myron.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Well, Kanye.
Brother. Make
Kanye,
sure you get it right.
Kanye, I have an advice for you. You're in a podcasting business and you're trying to follow Fresh's footsteps. Try to find a genius co-host to latch onto. Fresh, I have a question for you. Do you think being finessed by a 16-year-old is worse than asking a woman to get an abortion?
Yo, this is Vitaly. This is Vitaly. He's a spy on this.
Y'all gotta have better
Bro,
trolls.
can you shut the fuck up
No.
and let him respond?
No, I'm gonna respond. So the first question is, well, first thing you said was you should find a co-host that you can latch on to have success, right? So let me get this straight. When it comes to having a collab with somebody business-wise, everyone has their strengths and weaknesses, right? Mine happens to be more quiet behind the scenes. His is more vocal. How does that make me less worthy of being on a podcast that I own?
Why are you? Yeah, I know. I understand that rhetoric, Fresh, but you're being always cryptic about.
No. Could you respond to that? Remember, you made a statement, right? I respond to your statement. Why would that make me less of a valuable person on the team?
Well, I was going to answer you. Like, let's say a partner has a certain expertise in one area, and the other partner has money. Then that's really concrete as to which party brings what. But you're always being cryptic. You're saying stuff like, "I do stuff behind." Okay, what are they?
Hold on. So let me get this straight. You want me to brag about what I do to you to prove that I'm worth my weight in gold? And the question is, do you think Myron will subscribe to somebody that's not worth their weight in gold? You think Myron Gaines will waste his time with an idiot that has no value at all to his business or himself? You think Myron will waste his time talking to me, putting me on a podcast if it wasn't worth my salt and gold? See, the problem is you guys don't think. If I'm such a bad person that you guys think I am, why am I still here? And then it's like, I can respond to you and tell you everything, but then why does it even matter?
Well, you're co-hosting. I'm not gonna say you're not co-hosting. You do your co-host work. Myron's bouncing ideas off of you. You're kind of moving the show along. You're saying, "Oh, let's go to super chats, this and that and the other." But then you're ignoring the second part of my question.
No. We're still on the first statement you said. You said why you said you should find a co-host you can leech off of and use to your advantage. So
well, let's be honest here. If it wasn't for Myron, like having these incredible clips, it wouldn't Fresh and Fit wouldn't be what it is. Like
you don't know that.
He's trolling.
I do know that because every clip I see on TikTok and every clip I see on Instagram is Myron roasting the shit out of
No, hold on. How do you know that it's only Myron? How do you know that?
Because before I knew what Fresh and Fit was about 2 years ago, every clip I'd see on TikTok or Instagram, it'd be a clip of Myron roasting the fuck out of some woman and like just.
Okay. Do you know how you saw those clips? Hold on, wait, no. Ask the question. Do you know how you saw those clips?
It was Clippers, people that do editing for him.
Oh, it's Clippers. Got it.
Who do you think was editing those? Here's what I'm saying. This is what I said earlier.
Hold on.
Kanye, are you getting paid by Fresh? Or are you
no. This is for you, buddy. This is for you, buddy. Who's doing things behind the scenes? You mentioned me, right?
If you're gonna
hold on, no. You mentioned that. You mentioned Fresh. You things behind the scenes. Tell me what you do, brother, because I should know everything that you do. I'm important. So tell me. Please saw those clips again.
I'm sorry. I saw those clips on TikTok, Instagram. Yeah.
Got it.
Yes.
Do you know what I did before the podcast?
Were you editing clips?
Hold on. Question for you. Do you know what I did? Yes or no?
Before the podcast, you'd be.
Yes.
I guess you'd work in a call center somewhere. I guess.
See,
Get him out of here.
See, this is where I always wonder if people heard my story before or if they even care.
Yeah, you used to work at a call center and you quit your job to do
No, retard. This is what I did. I worked for a tech company, Wix.com. Then I stayed social media for 5 years straight. How to market, how to grow, how to become an actual creator in the space. And I paid for courses, hella money I paid actually, to learn from creators. Some I won't name here that you actually know, big creators. And they taught me personally how to grow on social media. So then, when opportunity came up, guess what happened? Great. I have a show now. So now I'm going to implement everything I learned to blow this shit up. Which is why people don't understand. Again, listen, they only see the front, they don't see the back. Which understandably, hold on, wait.
Go ahead, finish.
They assume it's only going to be because of certain factors.
Okay.
Guys, the content world has so many things in the back end you don't see that, literally speaking, I could say right now, but you know what? He doesn't deserve this answer. I'll get a classical because
you're really
Pause. Oh, God. What do you got to say, man? I'm gonna let you go first about.
Honestly, dude, like I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I was really intrigued with what Walter was saying. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like it sounds to me like he's getting a lot better at articulating his position. You know, although I will say that like it's still very vague. You could tell that his articulation skills are very underdeveloped. But for the most part, man, it seems like he's starting to get the gist of how to properly answer. Because oftentimes, whenever he answers to someone, he either winks at the person or he says that he's trolling. But now it sounds like he's actually like putting thought behind his his words. It sounds like his brain cells are starting to like work overtime, and
He's
I
speaking
think
very
that
fast. I will say that.
yeah, and he speaks I think that he has to slow it down a little bit because he speaks the way he speaks like this, and then I'm gonna
Yeah, it's like he's buffering in real life. It's awful. But I mean, as far as what he said, he alluded that maybe he wasn't doing the clipping himself, but he, I guess, knew how to hire people to clip the show and market it to where it reached a wide audience as far as, you know, proper titles and, you know, stuff like that to get people to click on it and stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I got out of that. But then he was about to say something else, but then he went ahead and just stopped himself. He needs to stop doing that. Can you at least agree with me on that? That he needs to stop, like, being so damn vague about everything?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I agree with that. You know, but again, like you know, he's gonna have to learn how. And here's the thing: like, not everybody becomes like good at speaking, especially Walter, because he's always like so quiet. But like I mentioned before, you know, he's gonna get a lot better at it. I think it's just we just gotta give him time because again, like, you know, how often do you actually see Walter content? You really don't, you know? And now that he's like starting to like stream a lot more, he's starting to speak with people, debate, like I feel like he's gonna get better with this, you know. I think that he just gotta give him some more time, man, you know.
Sure. Coke Benny said, I hate Fresh's fast no whenever he gets debunked. Bro, I hate it when he's just like, and I could say more, but I'm not going to. That's what I hate. I hate that. But let's continue on the video because there's more that gets put out here. So 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm like a woman.
Bro, real G's move in silence.
No, it's not true. You should be. If when people confront you, you should say that those things that you just.
Real Jews,
Not really.
real G's move in silence. You want him to bang pots and pans together and announce his arrival beforehand. Like, let him do the things he wants to do.
And also, I just want to say this right now.
The second part of the question.
So just to make the first statement very directly, well, the direct answer, you're wrong, 100%. That's not how you grow a podcast. You don't just meet somebody that has talent and you grow. If that was the case, there's 1,000 podcasts right now. They're still at square one. They're talented speakers, but they're still at point one. And it's because guess what? It's more than just speaking. It's more than just being a voice.
Nick is outgrowing you by every metric.
Yo, basically, wait your turn to speak.
Hold on. Nick is outgrowing who?
Nick, he's outgrowing you guys.
Who? Nick who?
Nick Fuentes.
How?
He's gaining more followers every month. He's got a bigger live audience, even though he's like banned on everything. But yeah, if you're always making these woman-like cryptic messages like, oh, I'm not gonna say. Well, if you're not gonna say it, shut the fuck up. Like, don't say, oh, I could say this, but I'm not gonna say it. Shut the fuck up. Don't bring it up.
Question. No, you brought it up.
No, but I'm just saying it's a pattern you have. You're always doing this, like, oh, I could say this about Zerkud, but I'm not gonna say it, bro. You sound like a woman when you do that. I hope you know that.
Well, guess what? I have people to protect behind the scenes, which is why I'm not saying what I.
Don't bring it up. Just don't bring it up.
When I respond to you, what I want to give to you, that's what it is. Whether you want to take it or not,
I don't want to insult you. I don't want to insult you, but it sounds.
Bro, you can't.
I'm not saying you're retarded. I'm saying it sounds retarded when you say. I could say this, but I'm not gonna say it. Like, bro,
you will never understand the position I'm in because you're not here right now. And as a result, you think you know shit, but you don't know squat.
Can you address the second part of my question?
But I will give you this. Your question is one of many, and the answer is always gonna be the same. I do what I do, whether you like it or not. I ain't going nowhere. So
I don't know if I believe that, but can you answer the second part of my question?
Well, you know the part about that's funny. I don't give a fuck, my nigga. Yo,
you're good,
between,
bro.
Between,
I'm actually
you,
funding you. Like, I'm a Castle Club guy. Like, I'm good with you,
bro.
I'm being like a nice guy.
Bro. At the end of the day, again, your question or statement about me being on the show and latching onto a partner, bro.
That was just that was precising my question. My big question is about.
I know, but the response I gave to you,
abortion. That's
what
the
it
big
is.
one.
Now let's address the second one about a hooker that allegedly was pregnant. So
Pause.
If
Pause.
I'm in a
Pause.
position-
Okay.
I wanted to hear that.
Yeah, no, we're gonna get back to it. So Cook Benny said F&F Clippers suck. They need a higher law of distraction. I've seen majority of law of distraction stuff, and I haven't seen any of his short form videos, but I have seen his full length videos. And yeah, I mean, one thing I will say is that 99% of the clips are Myron. I've rarely seen. I saw one video that had Fresh, but it wasn't him talking. It was him just nodding along, and it just had Fresh in the frame while Myron was talking. It was the most awkward video I'd ever seen. And I was just like, is he gonna say something to? But he didn't say anything. The whole thing. It was a little short video. But then, so now they're about to talk about the whole Daisy saga, and you followed the Daisy saga, right? You know that she was pregnant. She did show like an ultrasound and everything that couldn't be faked, and blood work and stuff like that. Whether the timeline of her having the abortion was at 6 weeks or 4 weeks or as soon as she found out she was pregnant, I think is irrelevant to the fact that Fresh was being restless. Well, not reckless with her, as far as not using protection and just busting inside of her every day. It wasn't the first pregnancy scare they had. They were only together for 17 days, according to Myron and I think herself as well. She said they were only together for 17 days. And, but they had 2 pregnancy scares. And the second one was successful in terms of her getting pregnant. I do think that now Fresh having this stance about Daisy possibly faking the whole pregnancy, that's really that's genuinely fucked up. Just going off of his behavior of like when they were together, he was like, I love you. I'm going to get you this house because it's going to be better for when we have a child and stuff like that. Taking her to go see his mom and stuff, even though he does that with everybody, he did that to just kind of reinforce like, hey, I'm serious. And then to be completely like quiet on the whole thing once she became pregnant after they had broken up, it was I think it was a big L for Fresh, in my opinion.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, no, dude. Here's the thing, and I think that I mentioned this in the video as well. That whenever it comes to Fresh, even Myron, I'll include him as well. Whenever it comes to Myron, Fresh, or even Daisy or Ling Ling, I don't know how they try to refer to her, but I will not believe anything they say because these guys, like, they're known for like being notorious liars, especially Fresh. I won't even like try to even defend that or debate that or anything like that because Fresh, he's lost to me when what's the name, eventual warlord, when he confronted Fresh, he had the audacity to lie, and Iron as well, he ended up backing him up. So anything these guys say, I take it with a grain of salt. Not even with a grain of salt. I just don't want the salt. I'm just like, nah, fuck that, dude.
Yeah.
I don't want to fucking listen to you guys.
I'm glad that's something that me and you could actually agree on about Fresh, is that he is not to be trusted. Yeah. So any like, I guess, argument he has in terms of like how he handled the whole Ling Ling situation, it's just like, yo, bro, you need to take some accountability that you fucked up here. And the fact that you got Myron as your boy, like backing you up and stuff like that. We know that he's a ride or die kind of guy, and it doesn't. His words exactly. He doesn't have to agree with the things that you do to be your friend and have your back. I mean, that's kind of all you really need to know.
Yeah, and I do also want to go ahead and mention that when it comes to Daisy, I don't know how much I trust her either, because I mean, again, like, when you're dealing with like people who are like high up in the social ladder, especially in social media, I don't know how far they're willing to push a certain narrative so they can get clicks or whatever the case is, So I will just take it with a grain of salt too as well. But I don't know, man. I don't know Daisy that well. I don't know what her motives is. I know that she tried to make a move on ABBA, and ABBA immediately called it out. So it really makes me wonder, like, what's going on? I really want to know what's going on behind the scenes.
I think she looked at those numbers. She looked at ABBA and Preach's numbers, and she's like, "Oh, wait a minute, they're still monetized." I can monkey branch to Alba. You know, he's already want to name the kid after him. I mean, that seems like a natural, you know, a natural decision. But then, yeah, bro. I, honestly, with Daisy, she has an OnlyFans now. That's the word. And you know, apparently for her being from such a rich background and stuff like that, not needing to have the money and stuff like that, I don't understand how she would, you know, she I think she even said when, I guess, Fresh asked her if she was on like seeking arrangements or if she was an escort or anything like that. She said no. She's like, I will never do that because I never have to do that because, you know, I come from money, you know?
Yeah.
Well, now she's on OF, so that's how that turned out.
Exactly. You know, so there's just so many like indicators that perhaps she's up to something, you know. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that she outright lied because, you know, I'm sure that there was some credible not facts but truths that she spoke. Like, for instance, when she said that she ended up paying like half the bracelet with Fresh, it seems like that was confirmed, not just from her, but like other people as well, like eventual warlords. So I'm not gonna. I tend to believe Daisy a little more than Fresh, but I still would just kind of just keep my distance just in case, you know.
Well, the thing is, man, there's a lot of information out there about her past, and the fact that she was a part of the whole beauty pageant stuff, you know, that could have been linked to escorting and possible, you know, selling of her body and stuff like that. But I don't think that is relevant to the conversation of the present of her being knocked up by Fresh because she thought they were going to be in a relationship, that they thought that, you know, that they were going to move in together, get a house and stuff. And then Fresh flaked on her at the last moment, disappeared for like 4 days, came back and said, I don't want to do this anymore. So then she goes back up to New York, find out, takes a pregnancy test because she's feeling sick, whatever, find out she's pregnant, tries to talk to Fresh, and then Fresh just ghosts her and just goes darker than he is. So then, like, you got to deal with that. So I'm like, dude, that's I mean, I don't know, you got like this whole thing about, hey, you know, men need to be men and we need to take care of our women and stuff like that. Of course. Yeah. I mean, I guess if Fresh's stance is that, hey, I found out that Daisy was not who she said she was. She was showing signs of certain characteristics that I knew that she was a possible escort or, you know, whatever. And so I made my move. I said, I'm just get the abortion and I want to be done with it. I don't want to have kids with you. I can, that's his stance. But it just seemed like there was lying on both sides. That's one thing that is confirmed. He lied about the bracelet and she lied about the time frame of the abortion, which I don't think that's that big of a deal, you know? But I do think, what? Go ahead.
I want to ask, do you think that like she actually had, because she talks about how like she had an abortion, but it almost sounded so convenient, like when she mentioned that, oh, you know, she aborted, because I think there was people that was attempting to support her.
Oh yeah,
that, like,
yeah.
I don't remember. I had it in my mind. I just don't remember what it was.
No, people were DMing her saying, "Hey, I will take care of you. I will be your stepfather. I will step in and I will take care of it." Since Fresh isn't doing anything, she was getting DMs like that. Yes.
Yeah. Oh no. Okay. I think I remember now. So I remember she's all like, "So what do I do? Do I abort the baby or not?" And I remember she was talking to, I think you know, Tree of Logic.
Tree of Logic. Yep. Yeah, and Tree of Logic said that, hey, yes, go along. She's like, if you do it, don't say it to anybody, you know, don't do anything to like mess up the ruse. That's what she said. She said, don't mess up the ruse. And then I guess she went public on Duke the Don's channel and said that she has decided to not keep the baby. And then Tree of Logic, I guess, talked to her and said, I think it was through a text message thing, and she was just like, you idiot, you know, like you messed up the ruse, you messed up the bag, like you could have really milked this and stuff. And
see, that's the thing though, like I start to question, like, you know, did she ever even actually have a baby? Because I remember like they were telling her like, are you gonna keep it? They were asking her like, are you gonna keep it or not? She's like, I don't know. But it turned out that she had already aborted the baby. I think Abby
Right.
Preach kind of exposed this, and so to me, I was kind of thinking like, wait a minute, like, was she ever really pregnant, or was this just more or less to just kind of get back at Walter? Because obviously, like she's angry, and women. Sometimes women, like when they're angry,
Irrational.
they can't take down
Yep.
somebody physically, so they're gonna get a little irrational, right? And they're gonna do something to like take them down, even if that means embarrassing them publicly, So that's why to me it's very suspicious. Like all of this, it's just to me, it's just like I don't know, man. Like this thing is just.
Hey, I
It just doesn't
100% agree with you. Okay, I will agree that she lied about the timeline of the abortion. Because I think she was still doing the press tour. She was talking on Ethan Klein's channel. She was on Abra and Preach. She was on Duke the Don. She was on Triologic. She was doing all of this stuff. And I think she was even on Whatever podcast. And then at that time, she was doing, I think, like Instagram lives and stuff like that. And then she was in Miami during the time of the yacht party. And she was having a drink with her girlfriend, having some wine. And people were just like, what the hell are you doing? I thought you were pregnant and stuff. And I think it was just like she was messing things up in terms of the ruse that they were doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I fault her for that. I think that in a messed up way, if she really wanted to take Fresh and Fit down, like what she had planned to do, she could have gone forward with the defamation case of them claiming that she had robbed a guy in China, that she was an escort and all this other stuff, because basically that was tarnishing her brand and messing up her money. And but then when she didn't go forward with it, it just kind of makes things a little bit more suspicious. It's like you didn't care, you didn't go through with the baby. Understandable. I wouldn't want to bring forward a baby in a relationship that wasn't even on speaking terms. That's not fair to the child. I get that, but then when it comes to the situation of defamation, Myron went all in and completely gloves off, called this woman a freaking hooker, all this stuff. And Fresh had to be quiet, of course, because that's what the lawyer said. She could have gone forward with the defamation case. And I think Ethan Klein even was going to throw her a bone and be like, look, I know some people, I got some lawyers, whatever, on speed dial. If you need, just let me know, And she was like, oh, that's great. I was basically going through a couple interviews with a couple lawyers in New York and stuff. But she's like, but thank you for that. So, there was always that on the table, and I was just like, oh shit, they're fresh and fit, man. They're cooked, they're toast,
Yeah, but nothing really ever happened.
Nothing ever really happened. She went dark, and then the next thing you see, she's on OnlyFans trying to get her own bag. So it's just like, yeah.
Yeah, I feel like all of that was just way too convenient. All the pieces are just placed way conveniently. In certain areas, in certain ways, so I don't know, man.
There was lies on both sides, but I do think that she was pregnant, but I think that she just went about it wrong, the fact is she could have had the baby up, I think until she said she was at 6 months, not 6 months, 6 weeks. She said she was at 6 weeks, whatever. I know you can get a DNA test at a certain time. I'm not exactly sure. I did know back then, but I forget now. But she could have done a DNA test to confirm it was his and then aborted it. But she didn't even do that. But because I don't know, man. The fact that she didn't go forward with that, Walter could now say, I don't even know if that was my baby. She could have been sleeping around and all this stuff. So he has the right to say that because she never went forward with a DNA test.
Yeah. Oh, see, that's the thing though. It's just it doesn't seem like she was ever even pregnant. And another thing that really gets me too is just the fact that like she always talks about how oh, should I abort? Should I abort? But the problem is that like she makes aborting sound so easy. It's not though. Aborting is such a difficult decision for a woman to make. And
it's huge.
Hasn't throwing it around. It's just to me, it's like this woman wasn't pregnant, man. There's just no way. Like. I don't know.
Well, to be fair, she did put up a little bit of a resistance in the beginning, and it was actually Fresh that was saying it's just you take a pill and you're done, like that's it, because he's done this before, You know, he's done this with other girls before that he's gotten pregnant. He's the whole Hail Mary story. I think it's more Fresh that was like more cool with the whole abortion thing, and she was just like, you know, I think she was like 27 or 28, and at the time, so she's thinking like, you know, I don't want to abort a baby, you know, especially when she thought she was going to be together with him. It just, yeah, it's just, I don't know, it's just kind of a mixed thing of emotions. But excuse me, once they broke up and then they were separated, and then she found out she was pregnant. I don't know, man. You put yourself in those shoes. It seems like there was a little bit of get back that can't be denied. So, but let's go ahead and get the rest of this video here. Right. 3, 2, 1, go.
A position of like being, you know, in a spot, and I'm where I'm at, and I don't want to have a kid, right? I could say all day, hey, do XYZ, but guess what? It's her body. So let's say she was pregnant, and let's say this all she is 100% true, and she did the abortion, then whose fault is that?
Can you just have some integrity and like admit you were wrong there? Can you just like say sorry, I was wrong, I wouldn't do it again?
Last question. Whose body is it? Her body, correct? So
I'm not talking about her. I don't give a shit about her.
No. You brought her up.
I'm talking about your integrity as a man.
Based, if you're based, ask the question. You brought her up. If she did an abortion, whose body is it?
I'll answer you, but it doesn't relevate to the point. But it's her body. Yeah. It's her body. Go ahead.
Okay, so if it's her body, I cannot make her do something that she doesn't want to do, right? And mind you, if this woman hates my guts, then she should do the opposite, shouldn't she?
I got you, but you still uttered those words.
Wait. Let's
break
this down
words,
all the way.
Which is wrong.
If I'm such a bad person that I want something done, guess what she can do? No, I'm not doing it. If it's even true. Now, you want to put this in me because you want to put me in a bad light because you think it's funny or you think it's going to make me look bad. Brother,
it's not. I don't think it's funny.
I could care less about what you think about me, period. But what I will say is, it's her own body. So whether or not she did it is up to her, if it's true.
No, listen, let me hear my argument here. Don't interrupt me, please, okay? Look, if she was lying, I don't care. If she was a whore before, I don't care. If it's another man's baby, I don't care. What I want you to have the integrity of doing is, like, say sorry, I was wrong for saying you should get an abortion, even if it was not your baby. Like, you're a Christian, I'm Muslim, okay? We both don't believe in that thing, and you should have the cojones to come out and say, look, guys, when I did say to that woman to get an abortion, it was wrong, and I'm sorry about it. But I never heard those words coming out of your mouth, and I think it's bad, bro. It's really bad. Like, it's coming from, like, see me as a friend. I know we don't know each other, but see it like if a friend is telling you this.
So like, you want me to apologize for what I said to a girl? To
yeah.
you?
Well,
to
not to me, to your whole audience. You have a lot of impression.
What pleasure do you get from hearing that?
And
hold on. Do you know my views on abortion?
I know my views on abortion, and I think they're the right one. I know Nick's views on abortion. I think you guys should follow suit.
Well, guess what, Base? Your views are different from my views. So, whether you like it or not, I don't give a fuck. Secondly, I'm going to do what I want to do. Whatever you think is right or wrong, I'm going to do what I want to do. And maybe, you know what? You might want to hear something from me that I won't say, but granted, though.
Don't do that, bro. If you're not going to say something, don't bring it up, bro. You sound like...
No, I just did. I just told you retarded. To go eat your views and go somewhere else. Because I'll tell you this, brother. What I want to do in my life, I do. I say all the time. I'm a bad Christian. I say
I'm your age.
Guys, I'm a terrible Christian.
Fresh,
I say it all the time. And I admit that I'm doing the worst possible things you could do.
You're an evil Christian.
As a guy.
You're not just a bad one.
You're
evil.
But what I will say is your life is your life, my friend. If you think it's bad,
Christian,
then you don't do it.
If you're asking girls to get aborted, you're not Christian. I'm sorry to say it. You're evil.
Well, hold on.
You're an evil person.
Base, if that's your argument, guess what? You having sex with a girl is bad. You lying is bad. It doesn't matter the sin. It's still sin. So your argument is done because you commit sin every single day, my friend. Whether you like it or not, you're a bad person too.
You still don't have the integrity of saying I'm sorry. Your ego is...
Oh, wait. Say I'm sorry to whom?
I'm so
Why are you
sorry
begging for an apology?
You have an impressionable young audience that listens to you and takes what you're saying seriously. If you're saying abortion is good, they're going to think abortion is good. You should rectify that. You should rectify your shot.
Who said abortion is good?
If you're asking a woman to get an abortion, it's as if saying abortion is good. You're not. There's no difference.
No. Who said abortion is good? Did I say that, or are you putting words in my mouth?
You asked this woman to get an abortion,
okay, that's what I thought.
And you never apologized.
You can't answer it.
Yeah, I did.
See. The problem is, bro, is that like your opinion of my situation has no relevance. Now, my audience can make a choice for themselves. And like you said before, your belief is different from my belief at the current time, which means that's your prerogative, which is cool, understandable. But to ask me to apologize for what I did to some people that, quite frankly, like yourself, that their opinion is different from mine. I mean, I did what I did, and I'll do what I do right now. So your opinion of my stance at the point in time, I could care less about, honestly.
It's not about caring. It's about doing the right thing. And I'll end on this. Okay, I'm your age, Fresh. I'm in my early 30s, and I do have a kid. And when I was in my early 20s when I had my kid. Okay, so
That's great, bro.
I was
That's
very
awesome.
young, and I was not ready to have the kid. And my woman, and I was not really religious at that time, even though my parents are devout Muslims. My woman wanted, maybe perhaps because she wanted to wait as well, to have juste donne-moi $15 s'il vous plaît, c'est tout. Merci. Je te reviens dans un instant. My woman wanted to have, perhaps, but she was not sure. She wanted my lead to have an abortion, and I was like, I didn't know. So I got professional opinions and stuff like that, and the doctor told me that the kid was pretty developed at that point. Merci beaucoup. And so what I did is that, well, at I think it was two months, okay, 2 months in age, and he said, well, the face is forming, he's got organs, his heart is beating, and I was thinking, this is my kid there, it's my kid in there, and he's 2 months old, and whatever it is, even they call it a fetus, right? Even if it's a fetus, like, bro, it's not acceptable. And now I have this kid here in my house, and he's grown, he's cute, he's handsome looking, and he's funny, and he's full of vitality, and now I'm more connected with my faith than when I was younger, I guess. I was living the
Do you
lifestyle.
know who this
Whatnot.
girl
And
was, the Ling Ling? Like, it's not
please don't
the
interrupt
same
me,
as
bro. Like,
whoever you were
have
with.
some impulse control. So that's the thing, bro. To think that I would have killed that baby when it was in my girl's stomach, it's tearing me apart, bro. It's tearing me apart. You see this kid? He's so cute. He's such a lovely guy. Ryan, say hi, guys.
Hi, everyone.
To think that I could have murdered this kid inside of the womb of my wife, it's insane to me. And I'll leave you on this, bro. You can think about it. You can come out and apologize, because even Zerka was bringing this up, because maybe it's not the fact that you said that, it's the fact that you never took responsibility for those words. So that's the bigger issue here. And we like you, Fresh, bro. Like, you changed many people's lives, and you're doing what you do, and I would just like for you to come out and just, kind of rectify that shot, and make things right. That's it.
Well, your story was great, my friend. I'm happy for you and your kid. I won't say what I'm thinking on my mind right now, but what I will say is, listen, brother.
Don't do that, bro.
You enjoy your life.
Don't do that, bro.
You
say
enjoy.
Say it. Be a man for once.
No, I will continue my
man.
rhetoric, because this is how I move. I will continue how I am. I won't change for you or anybody. But what I will say is that, like, listen, your kids and your wife, happy for you, brother. Enjoy your life. What I do, why I did what I did, it was for a reason. So, and I actually know the full story. You don't know the full story, which I won't put on air because it was illegally being done.
Doesn't matter.
So ultimately, what I will say, just to make this very concrete to you, your opinion about me and what I should do, I don't give a fuck. Now, go play with your little kid. Have a great night, and I'll do my stream with Discord, the Castle Club. All right, guys, I'm out of here, man. I got some
Jesus.
Good space though. Good talks, and again.
All right, man.
I'm out, guys. Peace.
Much love, bro.
Much love.
Yeah, so that's about that video. I'm just like, geez, bro. Like, I mean, okay, I get it that he doesn't have to apologize to a random guy that disagrees with him. I understand that. I just think that Fresh not taking accountability up until like now is still just kind of like, wow, he's a little bit of a
sitting around.
He's just a little bit of a, what's it called? He's a degenerate, in my opinion. Okay, I know you probably see him differently, but I think he's just a little degenerate for not really changing his behavior. He's still this guy that he was before the whole Ling Ling situation, and he's still the same guy. He hasn't grown from it.
I wanted to ask you, he told Daisy through text, right, that she should abort the baby, right? I do remember that.
He said they did a voice chat. Oh no, they were on like, it was like a voice call that they were on.
And she recorded it, right?
Yeah. That was the thing.
Yeah, I feel like I remember hearing him say it too as well.
Yeah, he yeah. Mm-hmm. It was a voice call.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, personally, to me, I wouldn't tell a woman to abort, but I mean, he was comfortable telling her to abort the baby, or because I remember it through text. I don't know why I remember it through text. I remember Abba and Preach talking about it.
No, they
and then
did.
he mentioned-
They had both. It was a text conversation, and then they ended up having a voice call that lasted, I think, probably like 30, 40 minutes, whatever. And then she posted that, and then they had a continual like back and forth texting. But yeah, I mean, he was basically just like, I can't have a kid right now, you know. And then she's like, well, you shouldn't have nutted in me, and whatever. Like, what did you think was gonna happen? And he was just like, look, he's like, I hear all that, but I just can't have a kid right now. Like, you said that you couldn't get pregnant, and I thought, I'm just like, what the fuck, Brett? Come on, man, take some accountability, bro. Like, what did you think was gonna happen, man? I don't know. I mean, he's already experienced this before with other girls, and I think it was just like he was just trying to hold her at a certain distance and just be like, look, just handle it, just get this abortion, and that's it. But I think there was a certain amount of money that Daisy was seeking to get the abortion. I think she wanted money out of Fresh to pay her to get the abortion, but then when he like completely went dark and didn't like communicate with her after that, it was just like she just had no other recourse. She didn't know what to do. So
Do you know how much an abortion costs?
I know it varies. It varies from state to state. I've never had to ask anybody to get an abortion. I've never, I don't know personally. I could Google it right now to find that out.
It seems like the average or the base cost is like 500. It can range anywhere from 500 to 1150. So I mean, if she wanted money from Fresh, then it probably wouldn't have been that much. I don't know, but then again, I really don't know the intentions of these people. Sometimes I feel like they can make something very small, a big deal, a big spectacle, and somehow they can reap so much from it. So.
Well, what I'm reading right now is first trimester abortion is around $600 on average. Second trimester can be anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000.
Ah, okay.
So, yeah, bro. And that's at Planned Parenthood. That's just kind of like the gold standard of abortion places. I'm sure you could go in an alley somewhere and get a coat hanger, and it probably costs you not as much. Just the cost of a hanger, probably. But but anyway, like I will say that I think there was like not the cost for the abortion, but a cost to have the abortion, like to pay her off, basically.
Oh, I see.
To be quiet and just have the abortion and just go away. Like she was paying for a severance. She was asking for a severance from him. So that's kind of what I was getting at.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like they have their reasons. I'm not gonna judge because, like, obviously, like, I mean, I don't know anything about Fresh, right? So I don't know what he stands for. I don't know what he's about. Of course, Daisy as well. I don't know
I can tell you if you want. I can tell you what he stands for. I mean, I don't know him fully, but I know of what he said. And what he said is that, when, in the past, he's had, girls get pregnant, and then he does the whole Hail Mary. You know the Hail Mary story, right?
No.
Oh, shit. Okay, well, damn, I might have to just look this up for you and put it on screen for everybody. Let's go to YouTube. Let's go to YouTube, and I will find it for you live on stream. I'll just type in YouTube, Fresh, Hail Mary video. There it is. First thing that pops up. Fresh and Fit almost cries over pregnancy allegations. No, hypocrisy. Kid is gone. Fit. Hail Mary. Damn. Last labor. That's the thing. You're not gonna find just a clip because that's in the video. Exposed pregnant baby breaks the studio. Let's do grit. Let's do Fresh CEO. That might. Somebody has gotta clip that. I know he did. Okay, here we go. Abba and Preach. All right. So Abba and Preach. I'm gonna send you the link real quick. Give me 1 second. Copy that. And all right, so that's gonna be there for you. All right, so footage surfaces of Fresh pressuring other women to get rid of pregnancies. Now let me make sure I close that. Okay. All right, you guys ready?
Yeah.
All right.
So wait, at what
I think we are at let me make sure. Well, let's just start from the beginning.
Okay.
Yeah, let's start from the beginning. Cavo said, "Who decided 2 + 2 is 4?" Man did, right? Dude, that's a great reference. That's a great reference. Did you ever hear that one from Fresh?
No, what'd he say?
So he was talking to Suleiman, and they were, I guess this is one of the very early debates, and Fresh decided to ask Suleiman, because I guess they were talking about logic and the world and stuff like that, and then Fresh thought he was being smart here. He said, "Well, who decided 2 + 2 = 4?" And Suleiman was like, "What? Like, that's just math is a language, like it's a logic or whatever. It's like, I think as early as like the caveman, they had 2 rocks and they needed 4 rocks. They just got 2 more rocks and they realized it was 4. And it was just like, dude, it's not like man didn't decide this. It's just, it is what it is, Yeah. But no, that's a kind of a meme that Fresh was like, no, I think 2 + 2 is man-made. And I was just like, yeah, that's just another. I'm glad, Cavos. I'm glad you brought that up, because that's a Fresh reference that not everybody knows. But I'm glad you shed some light on that. Mohammed Hijab, that was his name, not Suleiman. Thank you, Coke Benny.
You know what's crazy right now? When he said that, Cavos, when he said, "Who decided 2 + 2 = 4?" Man did, right? Like when he said that, I was really about to just correct him. Like, no, I don't think man decided that, but like I didn't know that Fresh.
No, Fresh is the one that said that. I think man decided that, right? Like, yeah.
No, that's
yeah. That's when you peel back a layer. Once you start peeling back the layers, you start realizing, wow. But yeah, let's go ahead and start this video. We'll find it's gonna be within the 16 minutes. So 3, 2, 1, go.
We got ourselves another video on Fresh and Fit. I wonder how they feel about it.
Again! The classic.
Mr. Hair Transplant doesn't look too happy.
These guys were so quick to try to use this as content to make us look bad. They didn't properly vet this girl, but it's okay. I'm going to do it for them. But then she's running around and telling Abba and Preach and all these other simps, "Oh, I'm not an escort," and they're believing it. "Oh, okay, I believe it." Interviewing a criminal, giving her a platform, letting her tell you all these lies, and you best believe, I'm calling immigration on you, 100%. You shouldn't even be here.
All of a sudden, they think that this kind of character assassination is going to somehow lend credence to the fact that Fresh is asking her to get an abortion, and this is not the first time. I repeat, what? Fresh has done this to other women.
Here we go.
And I wouldn't believe it if it came from another woman. But guess who it came from? Pug CEO himself.
What's the worst thing you guys have done to a girl?
So, if you guys know Tom Likas, there's something called the Hail Mary.
Yeah.
And like,
shit.
basically,
You about to tell this story? Let's do it.
Okay, so basically, right, I was with this chick, and we were kind of like fizzling out. It wasn't working out, but she got pregnant. And then I kind of told her like, "Yo, we can work this out. Don't worry about it. But we can't have kids right now." And then I did a Hail Mary, and now I'm here.
No, tell them what the Hail Mary is. Tell them what the Hail Mary is. Tell them what it is.
Okay.
Go all the way.
Okay. So the Hail Mary is, for example, right, where like you tell the chick what she wants to hear, and you can have kids later on. Make her get an abortion. You take her to McDonald's, get a McGriddle, and an orange juice. You sit her down. You tell her about life, and you started this happen, and you never see her again.
Wait.
That got really dark. You couldn't give her a nicer meal.
Fresh, You ever gonna stop self-snitching?
Again!
Pause.
That?
Yeah.
Okay.
So there you go. That's himself snitching on himself, and the whole Hail Mary. So now you have context to that. I'm sure that's not the first time he's done the Hail Mary, but yeah, I mean, Ling Ling was just caught in the crossfire, and you know, it was just all part of his master plan to hit it and quit it, you know, and continue on with the podcast, being a single guy in Miami. So
That's crazy, man. Yeah, no, that's definitely fucked up right there.
yeah,
Fucked up.
Hey man, I'm not here to convert you from your fresh and fit. Oh, not your fresh and fit. Your fresh liking of fresh, but I secretly am. But anyway, so Coke Benny says calls himself a CEO, but he has never owned a company. Well, you guys know what I think about that, right? CEO stands for cringe everyone out. That's what that means. Because definitely fresh. He says a lot of stuff that basically is definitely cringeworthy. But now we're gonna start. I'm gonna bring you to a clip where it's not a cringe video. This is actually in Fresh's favor. So I'm gonna send you the link real quick. Give me a second. And you know, since I have I've put him in a bad light. Now it's time to put him in a, I guess, somewhat good light. But he still hasn't gone all the way with this one. He needs to work on his delivery, and then he needs to just look across the table and just be like, "So Myron, oh, go ahead."
No, I was just gonna say, just real quick, I just want to go ahead and say that, like, again, like, I don't know if Fresh is really doing that, but like, it is fucked up if he is doing that. But I just want to remind you, like, you know,
wait, doing what? Doing what?
That Hail Mary, that Hail Mary stuff.
What are you talking about? He did the Hail Mary more than once.
Okay. Wait, so I mean, yeah, with Daisy, right? But
with Daisy,
about, like, actually taking them to like McDonald's and then never seeing them again. Like, I don't know if he's actually doing that, because obviously, like, you know, he tried it, I guess, attempted it with Daisy, but you know, Daisy, I don't know, like, what went on there. But,
he couldn't shake her off. No.
Yeah, no, but what I'm trying to say is that I don't really know, like, if he really is doing it like that, but I don't know. I completely forgot my train of thought. Whatever. Anyways.
Wait, you doubt that what he said was not true?
Well, I mean, the thing is that, like, okay, so why is it that we're gonna believe that piece of information, but not the other piece of information, the other stuff that he says? You know, like, to me, it's like I don't believe Fresh at all.
Do you think he was saying that to be cool, to sound cool?
I think I mean, I'm not saying that he's doing that just to be cool, but what I am saying is that, hey man, like, you know, this guy, I don't know what his intentions are. I don't know if he is saying that to be cool, or if he really because I'm pretty sure that some people in the audience probably think that was cool that he did. You know, he's all, oh, you got him, Fresh. That's how some guys are, you know. But like, to me, it's just like, I don't know Fresh. Like, I like Fresh as an entertainer. I don't know him personally. I can't like him personally, since I don't know him like that, you know.
Right.
But again, like, you know, I don't know if he's doing that just to be cool or whatever the case is. I'm pretty sure some people in the audience thought, like, they probably would have dabbed them up if they were in front of him, you know. So that's kind of what I'm trying to say. So I don't really know this, but
yeah,
I guess, like, my logic is, like, why would I believe this? I mean, why would I not believe him? Why would I believe this when I'm already doubting him in other areas of when he speaks, especially when, like, he's trying to, like, speak the truth, you know? I don't know. That's kind of like
I don't think that he is careful enough with his words. Like, I know he doesn't speak much, but when he does speak, he just exposes himself. And, you know, there's been other shows where he has said, I think it was when Daisy first was talking to him. Daisy was talking to him on a call, and she said, you know, am I the first person that you got pregnant? And he said, no. He's like, one of the first girls that I met when I came over here and married, I got her pregnant, but then she had the abortion. Yeah. So the first woman that Fresh was in a relationship with when he was, I guess, coming from Barbados, whatever, like, he got her pregnant. He got his wife pregnant, but then, like, he also claimed that she already had a child. So that story was told in multiple different ways. First, Myron chimed in and said, yeah, that's an L that you got with a girl that already had a kid. But then Fresh later said, you know, and a bunch of episodes later that he got the girl pregnant, but then he told her to get an abortion. So it could be a separate kid, or it could have been that one kid. I don't know, but there's a lot of different inconsistencies, I guess you could say. So yeah. To what you said, taking him with a grain of salt, because we don't know what he's lying about, what he's telling the truth about. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely up in the air, and but I do think in that instance that we just went through, he was self-snitching. I think he said it. He thought he sounded cool, but it was just like, that's fucked up, Yeah. But I guess, he's around people that are going to dap him up, like Myron. Myron's like, oh, let's talk about it, because Myron doesn't like women. We know this, but whatever. That's besides the point. But so I want to go ahead and move on. We're going to move on to this is pretty fairly recent. This is the latest episode of Fresh and Fit. They had, this is not After Hours. This is the guest show that they had with Tommy Sotomayor. And I don't know the name of the other guests, but I'm sure the chat will know. But they start talking about the Jews and stuff like that. Jew talk. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm starting to see more from white people though, doing the same thing. I'm be honest. I don't see enough people showing how white people are sitting around complaining about how elitists are destroying their lives, replacing them. Well, then cancel the replacement.
Ooh.
They put us in chains. Why you don't say why we ain't break our chains, nigga? Y'all not chained. End it. End it today. It's less. You're facing less than black men worse. So the white man could easily break himself out, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they make it seem like we could have broke out of slavery. Motherfuckers was cutting our tongue off if we spoke crazy. People can still keep their tongue in America, and they still can't break out from like Jewish supremacy. To me, it's kind of strange. It's like, who's really weak in America? Maybe people just truly are powerful, and it's easier to blame the person that's the victim at the current time.
People done got lazy. That the revolutionary spirit
because you
now
can't
is
beat
this.
them. I mean, no one is beating them. Like, we got dominated, and we see the white man getting dominated. What he's doing? Complaining on X, starting up these social groups, using slurs. It's not changing a thing.
Yeah, it's not.
It's a lot of complaints. It's what blacks are doing.
And you know what's crazy?
Pause. Okay, so I want you to pay attention to the words that Fresh says and Myron's body language. Okay, this is I guess the only way that Fresh can indirectly speak to Myron, but not speak to Myron. It's really wild. But we'll go and play it right now. 3, 2, 1, go.
That be? You don't do it on an open platform.
You're not overt with it.
You don't do it in their faces. You know what you do? You become a target. What you do is you play smart. You build a plan. You map it out by the kids, young generation, and build it out from there. But us doing it on an open platform is crazy.
It goes back to what you said though.
Yeah.
You said X is what? X is
Honeypot.
just They know your ass is gonna sit up there and talk yourself into a corner.
And they want to know who you are.
Yes, well, you talk yourself into a corner.
Like, it's like,
you don't talk so much. I know where you are. I know who you love.
Yeah.
I know everything about you. If you try and do anything, I already got pages on your family.
Done. Yeah.
What you gonna do now?
Nothing.
You talk too much.
You're cooked.
Yeah, and most of us, we talk too much, and I like what he said, because I've argued with some of them white boys of the so-called racists online. I said, first off, y'all so racist that you scared to put your real name, never put your real photo up here, but you talk a ton of shit, but tell me I should talk about Jews. Nigga, you should, because you the white person that put me in chains, didn't you? So, where your power at, nigga?
We would jump on Jews and whites.
Yes.
We got, our race, black people got jumped. We are the only demographic in America that has truthfully been targeted by the government. No one has been touched the way we have. Nobody. We literally have our towns bombed.
And you know what? Hold on. You know what they do as well? They come into the space and say, "Oh, he's status and power. I'll be your friend for a little bit, buddy. I'll use you, and then once you finish, you get banned. Bye bye. Audience.
Bro, yeah.
And now I got. Oh,
You say pause?
It's in plain sight.
You
Somebody
said,
right now.
they want your ass into the fire.
Pause really quick.
Okay.
Yo, man, that I can't believe Fresh said that, man. He said it right there. I wonder how Myron's gonna react, but holy crap, man.
Well, you see how Myron's reacting right now. He's just being quiet. It's almost kind of like they flip-flopped right now.
Yeah, no, dude, it's crazy. It's like there's like some sort of revelation going on, like for Fresh.
Yep.
That's insane, man.
This is
all right,
this is the W clip for him, and I haven't said the words yet, but it's like a lot of people are saying that they're like, finally, Fresh is finally growing a backbone, but he's not standing up fully to Myron, but he's just speaking it out, putting it out there that this is what I believe. So
yeah, that's good, man. Let's go ahead and finish the clip then, because I want to see how the climax ends.
all right,
All right,
3, 2, 1, go.
It's Operation Get Behind the Darkie.
Yeah.
And then, hold on. Tell me something. And then when you get banned, they say, "Oh, nigga, you did it to yourself."
Yes.
Oh, black.
Yes.
That's what I mean. Yes.
And then they say, "Oh, this dark, he thought he was smart. He's dumb as
Bro,
fuck."
yes, bro.
It happens all the time.
Truth, bro. Yes.
Yep. It's crazy,
They really
bro.
would look at you race and be like, yeah, he did it to himself. When you have all these other different races that will crash out, and the crash out is always 10 times worse than the blacks.
Yeah. And then they say, "Oh, he thought he was one of us." No, you're not.
Hey!
You're that monkey.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, they'll let you know.
They called me. I said, hey, hold on a minute. Y'all the one that's complaining about the Jews all the damn time. Y'all, it's supposed to be y'all country.
Yeah.
At the small amount of Jews have taken over your shit like that, that's a yo problem. You're not gonna get me. Yeah, yes. You're not gonna get me, who I know you don't like, to fight this fight for you when I know you're putting me out front. So when I lose, like you said, you've been in my space. Now you taking my people. Now you walking differently than I was walking because you're smart enough to know not to do that.
Facts.
Yeah. So that's the end of that one.
Real quick. 'Cause
Go right ahead.
I have something. Okay, so you know how Fresh was not supposed to come out in the new podcast with Myron?
Right.
Okay, now I feel like there's a possibility that perhaps Myron did ask him to come out on the podcast, but because we know what he believes now, he
You a
probably
big,
didn't want to
strong
come
man,
out
you gotta-
because of Nick and Elijah. You don't think that that's the case?
I honestly, man, what I think is that Fresh was never supposed to be part of that podcast, and
Yeah, because that's the narrative right now that Myron doesn't want Fresh. He kind of wants to like leave him behind, but I don't know now, man. Now like I feel like there's more context now, and I feel like I'm starting to lean a little more away from that narrative. But I don't know. Again, you're more knowledgeable than I am when it comes to this sphere. So
yeah, I think that Fresh is going to just continue on this path of just like being war based, just saying what he wants, whatever, and not having any fear of Myron, because he knows that Myron is still going to move forward in the position that he is, that he's going to go forward with the whole the JQ, the political stuff, and because I just think that the red pill thing is dying. I think he's just done with all of that. Myron has come out and say that he hates after hours. He hates talking to girls. Like he just doesn't enjoy it anymore. And you can see it. Like I catch glimpses every once in a while of the After Hours show, and Myron he's completely shut down. I don't know if you've seen that one he did. Hold on, I'm gonna find it for you. Coke Benny says, why don't you just screen share the Discord so you don't have to count down to play the video? I could do that. I don't want to mess up the whole video thing. Plus, share your screen. Yeah, I guess I could do that.
I remember also when we first did the live stream, like we were having problems with the share screen, remember?
Yeah, we were. And that's kind of what I'm trying to avoid here. I mean, I know it's a little bit inconvenient, but just bear with me. That's kind of I just don't want to mess it up, unfortunately.
Yeah. No, we can continue to count down. There's no problem.
Yeah, let me see. So Elijah has just dropped a tweet, whatever. Control Chaos is not happening tonight for reasons outside my control. It's still happening, but delayed. My frustration here cannot be expressed enough, but it's usually not in my character to be beefed publicly, so I deleted my tweets, and I'm figuring out behind the scenes. And you have, Nick Fuentes, Elijah, and Myron. Controlled Chaos is postponed right now. And then Myron says, I apologize. We couldn't make it happen tonight. We'll make it right by you guys and be sure of it. Thank you for being patient with us. So that was, yeah, that's pretty much the thing it is right now. Sneako is definitely out. And there is another thing I wanted to show you guys. Let me find. Oh, yeah, this is the one. So Myron was on Sneako's Kick stream, and he was telling a white guy to start being racist. I don't know if I don't know if you've seen this or not. It's on Sneako's Kick stream.
I don't think I've seen it. I've only seen the clip where Sneako's telling
Oops, hold
white
on.
people, like, be proud to be white, you know, which I guess in a sense that isn't bad because, like, you know, they are white. I mean, you kind of have to be proud of being white, but like I think in the way that Sneako, that I know of, like, at least in the way that he meant it, was probably like different, you know, like different type of proud.
Right. Yeah. So it's kind of awkward because I guess the white guy, he's kind of young, whatever, and he's listening to these two non-white guys tell him to be proud of his whiteness. So
yeah.
So yeah, let's listen to it. It's only like 56 seconds. So here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Put the clan hood on. See what it feels like. Yell nigger at the mirror filter a few times. Salute. Through those eye holes. Throw up that.
No, I'm joking.
What?
Okay, but go ahead.
Throw up that salute. Say, scream. Look, this is what you're gonna do, bro. All right, step by step. I want you to get a white sheet, and you're gonna cut some eye holes in it. You're gonna put it over your fucking head. You're gonna go to the mirror, and you're gonna stand in that mirror, and you're gonna say, "Nigger" 3 times. Then you're gonna say, "Mulanyan." Then you're gonna throw up that fucking salute like this. Then you're gonna go and talk to the girl. And trust me, see how much easier it's gonna be.
I actually think that's good advice. I'm not even.
Yeah, bro. It's gonna get you ready.
I feel like you're actually onto something. What?
Yes, bro. Do it. Get a white bed sheet right now and cut eye holes in it. And stand in the mirror and stare at it and say "nigger" 3 times. I'm telling you, you're gonna grow a couple of pubes just off of doing that.
Bro, I think you're trolling, but
I'm not trolling.
I am dead ass.
Serious, bro.
Power levels go over 9,000.
I'm dead serious. You have to get rid of that filter.
See?
That's crazy.
It's like he's like doubling down on this whole like crash out, you know? Like it's really wild how Myron is just like, hey man, just be like us, man. It's
even Sneako too. He's like joining. He's like, yeah, you know, trust me, you're gonna feel good. This is why I think that, like, when he said it that one time when he's all like, be proud to be white. I was like, I don't think Sneako means it in that way. I think he means it in a racist way. You know. And
of course.
Kind of like, you know, he's pretty consistent with that narrative.
Yeah, you know, I find it interesting. No, fuck that.
Yeah. What's unfortunate is that Sneako has not changed his behavior or his mindset. He's always going to be that guy. Whoever is, you know, the most alpha in the room, he's just going to follow suit, you know? It's like, bro, come on, man. It's like, it's weird because he has more of a voice when he's by himself, but when he's just like the sidekick when anybody else is in the room with him. It's crazy, bro.
Yeah. I mean, he's a chameleon, you know? You know what they say about chameleons, right?
They just blend in with their surroundings.
It's hard to play hide and seek with them, you know?
Yeah. Oh man. It's wild, bro. I'm gonna send you this link here. This is gonna be the most recent I guess you could say expose of Myron. He's like, he's out here triple texting women and stuff, and it's getting to the point where these girls are coming on the show and he's getting shut down, you know? It's crazy. But hold on. Let me see if I can find it. All right, we ready?
All right, 3,
2, 1.
Yeah, you know, I find it interesting. No, fuck that. You're literally a fucking sugar baby in Miami. You're coming in here trying to talk shit. You're literally a fucking slut talking shit.
I'm not shitting on sugar babies.
No, but you are.
How am I shitting?
You're coming in here, see? Because here's the thing. You've taken little subtle shots throughout the night. You double and triple texted me. Bitch, you texted me too and double triple texted me. Also, on top of that, you went ahead and you had sex with an escort, blah, blah, blah. Bitch, you're a fucking escort. If we really want to go down this thing.
I'm an escort.
Yes,
name a person.
you're a fucking sugar baby.
Okay, then name
you
a
ask
person.
niggas to pay you to go on fucking dates and you want to come in here. See, I was going to be quiet about this shit.
Okay.
But you've been trying to come in here and start fucking problems. You're literally a fucking whore. talking shit.
Also, your price is $1,200.
Yeah, so fuck you. Get the fuck up out of here.
1,200 guys paying. Asking. Wait, I will get out.
Chris looking at his phone, saying if he could.
Get the fuck out of here now. Turn the mic off. Get the fuck up out of here.
You don't want to get fucking exposed.
You're
You guys don't want to get exposed.
Your name is 1,200. 1,200.
You're all gonna get exposed.
Bitch, you're literally a fucking escort. Get the fuck off the podcast. You want to start talking shit? We can literally expose you. Get the fuck off the pod. You're literally a whore. Shut the fuck up. Get the fuck out of our show, bro.
I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
$1,200
Fuck you. Fuck you, because you're getting kicked out. So fuck you, bitch. The fuck up out of here.
$1,200 whore. Get out of here, whore.
You're literally a fucking escort. Get the fuck up out of here. Talking all this shit.
You're lucky that I don't want to expose my boy. You're lucky. I'll give you that.
Like, you're coming in here talking shit when we know niggas that fucked you and paid for it. Get the fuck out of here.
You are a whore.
Get the fuck up out of here, bro.
You're a whore.
Get the fuck up out of here. Why do you think I wasn't pressed when you didn't respond? I was like, oh man, this bitch is a fucking slut. All right, whatever. No biggie. No biggie.
By the way, we love fucking whores.
Get the fuck out of here, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. But hey, it's what it is.
Cause you try to come in with this fucking funny shit. They can't hear you, bro.
Yeah.
They can't hear you.
Yeah,
They can't hear you. Get the fuck up out of here.
You can leave now.
Turn her mic off too.
You can leave now.
Everybody's mic is off. Nobody can hear you. This isn't your show. Get the fuck up out of here. Stupid ass bitch, man. Coming in here talking all this shit.
I don't care.
You don't sell no real estate. You're a fucking escort. Talking all this shit.
And you
okay?
And you got no ass.
Go fucking expose. Nobody knows or gives a fuck about you, bitch.
You got no ass.
And here's the thing. Expose, we're gonna show all the niggas that fucked you and paid for it.
Facts.
Bitch.
Actually, how much you charge Zorka?
I've never seen.
How much you charge?
Crazy.
Why am I gonna pay for something that's free? Yeah. Well, I'm just like, oh, you know what it is? Nigga,
Nah. Hey, goodbye.
1,200. 1,200.
Hey,
1,200.
goodbye. You fucking whore. Fuck you. We literally know who fucking pays you for sex, you dumb bitch, and you come in here talking shit, man.
1,200.
We tried to not say anything, but your dumb ass kept yapping. So fuck you, slut. We literally know you're a sugar baby, you stupid bitch. You've been on SA since like 2021. I didn't want to say it, but now you're a dumb ass over here talking shit. Fuck you, whore. You dumb bitch.
Sugar
I'm so done for what? Nobody knows or gives a fuck about you. Nobody cares. Nobody watches your streams. You're a stupid bitch.
1,200.
My mother does. Good one. Is it fucking 1995, you dumb whore? Stupid fuck.
Yeah.
My mom never had to sell her fucking pussy for a fucking watch, you dumb bitch. With plastic surgery. Shit. You fucking whore.
No, but that was a nice. I honestly thought her watch was nice. I honestly liked the watch. It's so small, brother. It's so small.
Y'all need like.
Yeah, you know,
Hold on, let me back it up. So that was the most, I guess that was the latest one with her name was Reina Castro. Now she was on a stream with Zerka about 10 days prior to this episode, and what they were talking about was how, you know, she's used to, you know, men just like financing her life. You know, she's got like all these guys on all their wallets and stuff, and she was Zerka was the one that said, hey, you know, you should go on Fresh and Fit and just go on, because I think he'd be really entertaining and stuff. And then I guess in between that time and then the show, Myron had, I guess, come in contact with her and texted her and stuff. And there was a fuck, I gotta find it. They basically released all of the text messages of what they did, and it was bad. Myron looked horrible because he was just acting really thirsty, you know? And then I was thinking, wait a minute, don't these guys have a DMs on demand like course? I mean, I know it's not active anymore, but like, don't they have this thing where like they can teach guys how to be smooth and stuff to chicks and not like you know, not come off as thirsty and stuff? But when you read the demands, it's like, it's just like that. It's awful. It's crazy, bro.
If you have access to those, I think DMs or texts.
I do.
If you can't share them,
I do.
genuinely
Yeah, I got you, man.
And who leaked them? Obviously, that woman, right?
Yeah, her name is Reina Castro. Castro, I think that was her name. She was the one that did that. So yeah, Hold on, give me 1 second. And that was like the whole part of her saying he triple text, that was true. And then even the chat was getting on Myron about that, like, whoa, you're out here triple texting chicks.
Doing a few
It's
That's
like
crazy, man.
Yeah.
Some insane stuff. Like that's why the podcast is dying. I don't know about it. I don't know if it's dying on Rumble. I know for sure on YouTube it's just leaking views.
Yeah, bro. I mean, these guys, they can't run from it anymore. Like as far as their, what is really going on in terms of how they truly act around women and how they feel about each other. Okay, it looks like this is it right here. Let me send this to you. The title is "I'm Fucking Dead," the cringiest mofo of all time, and it's Myron messaging her. Let's send that to you real quick. I think it's a silent video, but it's basically just like a scrolling video where you can see what it is. But yeah, of course, Myron opens with, "Hey, it's 1% man from SA," which is like, bro, why would you? Oh, dude, this isn't the right one. I'm sorry. That's just a screenshot. Hold on, let me find it. Dang it. I hope they didn't get rid of it, because Myron, anything that is bad, Myron gets rid of. He makes sure because I think he has connections with people, the mods at Length or Girth, and certain things, like, they just disappear. So like if you didn't see it, it's gone. And but unless you save it, which I'm always saving stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
But
saving this.
Yeah, hold on, give me 1 second. I know it was on Twitter too. But I think somebody made a video of it.
I wouldn't go on Twitter though, because going on Twitter.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
So many obstacles. Yeah.
Yeah, I know how it can be. Sometimes people put what's it called? Crazy stuff on there. Oh no.
Do you know what he's saying?
What is he saying?
Oh.
He is saying.
Oh no. I bet he got it taken off. Yeah, because this is too far back. Yeah. Okay. So damn it. I need to anything I see, I just need to save. I've learned that now, because Length or Girth, unfortunately, I know Myron has people like in the moderators, and he's like, yeah, get rid of this. This makes me look horrible. People aren't going to want to buy my course, if they know that I'm out here texting girls and stuff like this. So, yeah, unfortunately that one is not there. As far as the division between Myron and Fresh, I do have a video. This one I didn't save because it's only like 22 seconds, but it's just a I guess you could call it a drop of insight into how they're not aligned at all when it comes to interpreting the message of the show. So Myron has a point of something, a point of contention, or a point to make, and then Fresh tries to chime in and give his, like, I guess 2 cents about it, or his interpretation, and then it just does not, it fails miserably. So I'm about to send you this link right now. But yeah, the video of Myron triple texting that thing has been taken off the website. Unfortunately, it's not there anymore. So that is sad. That is sad. Very sad. But this is the video. It's called "Fresh Tries to Reformulate Myron's Point and Fails Miserably." Not posted by me. So
it is gonna be good.
It's only 22 seconds, unfortunately. But here we go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Do you know what he's saying?
What is he saying?
He is saying that no matter what happens, right? You meet a guy, you're a girl that is worth something. If he worked his ass off to get to where he's at, and he wants to choose you, why is he going to choose you over everybody else? How do you stand out?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
I know,
at all. Let me do this. Ladies, you literally just.
So unfortunately, I don't have that whole clip because that was on Twitch, and they're no longer on Twitch, so you can't find that video. Unfortunately, because that was see the sub goal there. That was Yeah.
That's funny though. Like he's like, all right, so this is what he's saying, and then he just says something completely different. Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, it was good. Okay, looks like we're at the 2 minute, sorry, 2 hour and 30 minute mark. I guess I don't. Let me make sure. I think there might be. I guess I can just show you guys the thing I was going to show you at the very end, which is the somebody made me into a meme. And it's fucking great. I'll give you a second. Wait, hold on. Before we go to that, Myron is still not willing to stream on Kick. So let's see how quickly he's going to change his mind now that Twitch has banned him. So I'm going to send this to you real quick. And yeah, because he has allegiance to that guy, the CEO of Rumble, that he's never gonna leave him. So here we go.
Let's see.
3, 2, 1, go.
Someone asked, why do I use Twitch and not Kick? The reason why, guys, I don't use Kick is because we're at Team Rumble, and Kick is a direct competitor to Rumble. All right. See, the thing is, Twitch and YouTube, and I'm going to give you guys a little bit of game here. Twitch and YouTube still have the lion's share of the marketplace, right? For normies. So if you want to bring because you got to get discovered first. Twitch and YouTube are great for discovery. Then once you have an audience and people find you, they will follow you to a Kick, to a Rumble, to these alternative platforms, Cozy, whatever it may be, right? So the goal is you need to build an audience on a normie platform and move them over to one of these alternative platforms where there's a bit more free speech and you're able to move and do things. So we are Team Rumble. You guys know this. Chris is a good friend of ours. We're very close with him. We are Team Rumble. We will always be Team Rumble. And that's what it is, man. Because I've gotten that question a bunch. Yo, why don't you go on Kick? No. My loyalty is to Chris and Rumble.
There it is.
Oh, so is he trying to say that like he's loyal to Rumble or
Yep.
Twitch? Cause
No, he's loyal to Chris at Rumble because that's his baby. That's where Castle Club is. That's where, that's their home base, man. That's it.
So why does the title make it sound like he's about to, like, now that he's been banned from Twitch, he's gonna go on to Kick or something like that? Because it says here like Myron is still not willing to stream on Kick. Let's see how quickly he's going to change his mind now that Twitch has banned him. Like,
well, I don't know if that title is accurate. I will say that, yeah, going from the context of the video, like he's definitely staying with Rumble 100%.
yeah. Oh, okay. Well, in that case, yeah, it doesn't seem like he's gonna go to Kick at all.
Yeah.
Or maybe, I don't know. No, I can see where they're coming from with that. Like, now that Twitch has banned him, he might go to Kick. I don't know.
I think the only way they'll go to Kick is if Rumble bans them.
Yeah.
That's the only way. That's not going to happen, though. I did find the Reina video as far as the text, so we can actually read this we'll have to pause it. There's no audio, but I will pause it for the people watching this one because it's just kind of like a scrolling video. But so you got Myron sending the picture from from SA from Seeking Arrangements with a question mark. And he's like, hi. And she's like, are you in Miami? He's like, I am. You free tomorrow or Thursday night? The blue is Myron, of course.
Right.
Maybe tomorrow night. Why? We will go out for drinks. I got a big podcast show tomorrow night. And she's like, what podcast? She's like, you have a YouTube channel, etc. You free tonight? Wait, I have a YouTube channel, etc. You free tonight? And she's like, what's your YouTube channel? And not tonight, sorry. And then he sends her a picture of Fresh and Fit from YouTube. And then he goes and follows up with a good morning text. Good morning. I got busy yesterday anyway. Let's meet tonight, 8 or 9 p.m. in Bricklework. He's like, what do you want to meet for? I live in Sunny Isles Beach. That's why. He replies, drinks and chat. What do I gain from drinks and chat? LOL. And he's like, what the fuck? Never mind. And it's like, you're just looking for money, and that's not how I roll. Keep in mind, you hit me up. So then she's like, so why are you on a sugar daddy website, lol? And he's like, just because I have money doesn't mean I'm going to give it to you, give you money for showing up. That entitled attitude is super unattractive. And then he calls again, or I guess he messages again. He's like, hey, it's Myron. Seems we have spoken before. And she's like, hi, wait, we have? Lol. What is the time difference between this? Because it seems like they had this exchange, and now he's like reintroducing himself again. Like he doesn't remember her. And he's like, hi. He's like, we have? Lol. And he's like, yeah, well, I'll send you the convo. I'm not going to expose this because I'm not a dickhead, but it is kind of funny. And let's see. And then, wait, I think I just missed something. Hold on. Oh, no, that was it. He said it's kind of funny. And then it scrolls and it's like, oh, baby Raina. I was not okay. And, what? Oh, baby spoiled. Shake my head. Wow, small world. Why were you on Seeking? He said, I'm always on Seeking, LOL. There's some cool girls on there that are normal. When are you free to link? Then Myron says, I'm free tomorrow evening. Okay, cool. I don't stream tomorrow, so let's grab a drink or food. Also, let's keep this private, as I don't like kissing and telling. And she's like, never, no free clout. And then she's like, yeah, LOL. I've had sex with girls before, and they go public with it, and I'm like, what the fuck, man? Shake my fucking head. LOL, let's go to Smith and Walensky. Oh, wait a minute. It looks like, okay, it has switched now. She is the blue and Myron is the gray, okay? It has switched for some reason. I don't know how this happened, but it has switched. So now Myron is wait.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because because on the podcast, she did say that she wanted to go to Smith and Walensky, which is like a steakhouse in Miami, and I'm not fresh. Myron was like, I'm not going to that fucking place. That fucking place is, it's fine dining and stuff, and I'm not going there for a first date because, he knows that fine dining is a scam. So then, she's just like, it's just like $60 for a steak there. If that's too much for you, then I don't want to fuck with you, basically. She said that on the podcast. Yeah. So, but he's like, yeah, that's a fucking scam. I'm not going there.
So I do also want to go ahead and mention, did Myron leak his side of the DMs? Because he has, if you take a look at the first 12 seconds, you can see that there's a contact, but it's just a bunch of clowns. I feel like this is what Myron would do to a woman, So I feel like he probably leaked his own side and tried to make himself look good. And then now that it's the woman's turn, you can see that it says Myron at the top. And
yes,
yeah, she's exposing more about what Myron was actually doing. So okay.
Yeah, this video has both of them mashed together, both of their responses, their point of views.
So with that, so in that case, it sounds to me like Myron was trying to make her look bad then.
Yes.
In some way. Okay.
Yes,
wow.
but now she's flipped it on him, and now Smith and Walensky. He's like, I'm done streaming tonight around 1. But I doubt you'll stay up that late, LOL. I hate Miami Beach this time of year, LOL. Brickell is way better. And then he's like, Walensky is a terrible location for spring break, ha ha ha. And then she said, in her first triple text, you clearly don't know the beach, LOL. Anything south of 5th is off limits. I hate Brickell. I'll probably be streaming late tonight. I ended my stream at 6 a.m. this morning. And then he said, same. I ended at 11 a.m. Come over and let's chill tonight. I'll show you my stream setup, etc. And then she blows him off. She's like, busy working tonight. I'm free tomorrow. He's like, that's cool. What time you want to pull up? And she's like, pick me up before dinner. And he's like, we can get a bite about to eat close by. What time are you coming by? And she's like, 9. Where do you live? And then I guess that was Thursday night. This is Friday at like 4 in the morning. Yeah. Hey, I fell asleep, wasn't feeling well. I'm in Brickell. Good morning. You free today? Oh, this is the next day. This is Saturday. And then this is the question mark at 2:19 p.m. And then this is the fourth text. So this would be, I guess, the triple text that she was talking about. Yeah, so it's from Friday all the way to Thursday. She just didn't really talk to him, whatever. He's like, did you get kidnapped? LOL. And she's like, sorry, I've been busy with work. And he's like, real estate, was it? And she's like, yeah, also streaming and content creation. And he's like, well, LOL, I do the same, and I doubt you're busier than me. Suck a excuse. And he's like, what are you doing today? And then no response. And it was like 2 question marks, whatever. And that's the end of the video. Basically, like, it didn't really go further than that. It was just like this this weird exchange of her trying to get dinner out of him, and he was just like, nah, we're not doing that. And then I guess she ended up making it onto the podcast, and then they had that whole exchange, and then she ended up getting kicked out. That's what we saw earlier.
Okay.
But yeah, that was that. And I actually kind of want to go to that episode just so you can see like how the whole thing transpired. But it is getting kind of late. It's almost 3 a.m. So I think we're going to end the stream with this last one. Okay.
Yeah.
And let me go ahead and
Party time.
hold on. Oops. Pause this. I'm going to share the link for you. So this is the oh shit. This is the link that the guy he made for me. 1 second. Which when I saw this, I was driving in my car. I was coming home from work, and thank God I parked my car before I finished watching this, because I laughed my ass off. But so what this is it's titled "Something I've Been Waiting to Make for a While," based on the famous call-in show with eventual warlord in Camp Hustle 1. This is by Fifi Licks, posted 3 days ago. It's I'm not gonna say anymore. It's a minute and 23 seconds. Let me know when you're ready.
All right, 3,
2, 1, go.
On this fresh. Get out. All right, I'm out.
Oh, no, you're leaving.
Know?
Oh, you're running,
Why you
buddy.
wanna know?
Oh,
Holy shit, man. Fresh, you're like 3 shades darker, man.
Dude, I die every time I see this thing. Oh, hold on. Oh, Coke Betty is Fifi Licks. Hey, that's my video. I'm Fifi. Coke Betty, you're in the chat this whole time. He's the creator of this video. Nice.
That's crazy. Man.
Yes.
Hey, that's a really good video, man.
Dude, nice. I died laughing. I showed this to everybody at my work. I was like, yo, this is funny as fuck, man. And you know, like, it's crazy how something that happened like 8 months ago is still resonating with people, and people are like they're coming out of their creative spaces and putting things out. So yeah, Coke Benny, Fifi Licks, however you want me to address you, man. Thank you so much for that video. It gave me a gut laugh. You know those gut laughs? You don't get many of those, but when they happen, it's a really good feeling, man. Like I was in tears, bro.
You took the best quote too. He's like, "Fresh, you're like 3 shades darker." Like this,
it's you know what? I laughed at that genuinely. When I watched the raw reality video of me saying all of that, it doesn't resonate with me like as much. But when I hear myself like 7 months later from something and it's just like a little soundbite, I genuinely laughed at it. I was like, I didn't really think it was that funny until I heard it in this video, and I was like, wow, that's really fucking great, bro. Like I died.
You had a lot of good ones in that.
No, that was awesome, bro. Like, good job. Round of applause for you, man. Like that. Props, man, all the way. And yeah, that was. I just wanted to end on that one because I just thought, I was like, man, it's just. I got so much positive feedback from the online community. Like I knew if I went at Fresh and Fit, I was gonna get some glazers. I was gonna get some haters or whatever. And I want to say it's literally in the single-digit percentage of haters that I got. Everybody else was just like, yo, that was awesome. That was great. Like, just it's just, I mean, it's a good feeling, man. And it really just makes me want to move forward with doing the book. You know, the book is, I have to do it now just for the culture now, because there's too many people that are like, man, where is it, man? I want it. If you release it, I'll buy it. I'm like, no, man, I'm not selling it, man. It's like this is a free service, man. I don't need to get rich off of that. But
I'm trying to find a video, the original video, because I wanna like display it here on the stream. Do you remember what the name of the video was? Fresh is called Useless by Collar.
oh wait, are you talking about the what's it called? What are you talking about? The you said Araco TV was the first video that you saw me at.
Oh yeah, like
Did you ever find that video?
I did. I haven't tried looking for it. But,
Oh, okay.
If I was to try, I probably wouldn't even find it anyways, because let me see, Araco, because Araco, he uploads quite frequently, so
Right.
I would not be able to remember where I clicked it, because you know when like you're watching one of his videos, it just kind of auto plays.
Right.
That's what was happening, and I don't remember what the thumbnail looked like. Maybe I can match it from month to month. Let me see.
Yeah, dude, if you could find that video, that would be great, bro. Checking up on Raw Reality, his video. I mean, mine is still at the top. It's 932K compared to his second most popular video, which is 52K. Like that call blew everybody out of the water, man. And it's crazy because I don't know if he did the video with Eventual Warlord. I think he did, and I don't know if it got as much love.
Holy crap! 900. His other videos don't even come close to that.
Yeah, none of them even broke not past 52K. Like that's the highest one.
Hang on, I'm gonna do a bit of math really quick, because I'm checking his views. His
Yeah.
total views for the channel. He has like 2 million views. So I kind of wanted to let me see.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see. 932. No, sorry. 2.
Glad you liked it, brother. Coke Benny, I love that video, man. I saved it on my my Reddit, so I'll have that forever, man. Like, I'm so happy. That made my day, bro.
So like so all of these videos that he has in total, that equals to 1,500,000. Your video literally carried it to like 2 million. Like,
Yeah, that's what's up, bro.
It's huge, man. Like,
Yeah.
it literally carried it into the 2 millions.
That's crazy,
It's
bro.
big, man.
When you
Yeah,
put it in that context, it's like, wow, I didn't even think about it like that.
Yeah.
It's like you got all of his videos, and then my video is like the other half.
Yeah, exactly.
That's wild, bro. That's just
And I'm
wild.
pretty sure that the majority of his subscribers came from your videos. So
Sure.
it was a pretty big video. It's a pretty big video, man.
Man,
Can't lie.
jeez. But I guess wrapping up, man. Is there what's next for you, man? What's next for you on your channel? You got anything you want to leak, or let us know like what direction you're going into?
I'm pretty much just talking about anything that I'm interested in. For now, it's just more or less the election, because the election's coming up.
Sure.
So I'm kind of more or less interested in that at the moment. But for the most part, yeah, whatever seems to catch my eyes and whatever I'm interested in, that's what I'm gonna be talking about. So, yeah. I'm planning on doing live streams, not live streams, but just more like video vlogs of like what I'm thinking throughout the day. I've been wanting to do that for a while now, and just kind of upload those. I don't care if they get views or not. I just really want to do it just because I want to do that.
That's cool. Yeah, I mean, sometimes you gotta just do stuff for yourself, man. I mean, I think that makes sense to me. Oh wait, think about this. Myron discusses controlled chaos path. No. I want to. Oh, okay. I guess I wanted to say one thing about the whole politics thing. It's probably not like on the level of like seriousness that you got, but you know that Donald Trump did the whole McDonald's thing, right?
Yeah.
He did that in response to Kamala saying that she used to work for McDonald's.
Oh, really?
Yes, that was the whole reason why he did it. And so someone came to the hold on. Things keep auto playing. Someone found a photo, and I think this was on Twitter. I'm not going to post it, but it was basically a photo of Kamala Harris in a blue McDonald's uniform from like a long time ago. And the title of the thread was here's your proof. Now the what's it called? She said now the mob can die down or something. Whatever the Trumpers, whatever. And it was exposed later that that photo was fake. That it was actually from another photo. They showed it was a white girl that they superimposed Kamala's head on top of. And I know I have it, but I don't know if I can find it because I know it's on my phone, but I don't know. I think it was on Twitter.
I just saw. Well, I mean, I have the photo right here. This is what it looks like. It's just the white girl. She's a lot taller. I thought that was a no offense, but I thought that was kind of a guy. But I could see like
Did you just post it?
There a little bit.
Oh, did you?
Well, I just searched it up.
Oh, you searched it. Okay, yeah. So yeah, it's she's in the blue McDonald's uniform.
Wow. Yeah. That's
Let me search it just so I can show the chat of what I'm talking about. Kamala McDonald's. Kamala McDonald. Kamala McDonald. If I could spell McDonald's pic. There it is. Yeah, it's going viral. Was it real? See if I can zoom in on this. Can I zoom in on this? Open image in a new tab. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, I am opening it. Oh, that's a small picture. Maybe I can zoom in. Okay, so there you go, guys. Case closed. Now the cult can rest. So they got the picture of Kamala, and then this girl right here. Clearly the same picture, just cropped a little bit differently. And then I guess what's his face? Donald Trump went on Flagrant, and he also went on Joe Rogan. And I think when he was on Joe Rogan, he was talking about how Kamala never worked at McDonald's. I guess the location that she had told the reporter, they went and investigated, and all of the management. They have a McDonald's database of all their employees, and they're like, yeah, she never worked here. So my question to you is, why would she lie about that?
I don't know, man. I've been kind of looking into Kamala lately, and there are some things that like I think I talked about it in my video too, where like she was talking about how there's no active members of the military in any combat zones or war zones, and
yes,
I looked it up. I was looking into it, and I was like, wait, but there is though, I don't know why she would say that. Perhaps it's because she's trying to use a technicality, which is like, yeah, there is no war zones at the moment, at least that the U.S. is involved in. But I think that's what's going on, and I think she's trying to use that technicality to kind of make that claim, but it's a bit of a misleading claim,
There was that, I saw that video of, I guess, the troops, whatever. They're like, well, hold on, we're over here in this foreign country, we're not fighting right now, but we are still active in this area, like, what are we? And I was like, yeah, it's like, maybe she just said that and didn't realize, like, I don't know, her wording or something like that. Like, she just, I don't know. I think, what do you think, man? What do you think about that?
Well, I was just gonna say, from the research that I've been reading, it seems like she did choose those words carefully, but I don't know, man. Like, I obviously, because I'm not in her head, or I don't know her that well. That's another problem too, that I don't know her that well. I can't really determine what she meant by that exactly. That's another problem too. Like, I don't know what she's about. I don't know what she, like, who is she? She doesn't want to go on Joe Rogan to like kind of like showcase to people who she is. I think that's a big mistake from her. But
I think she should do it. She should go on Joe Rogan just so that we can see what she is, and because people expose themselves, man. When you put them in long form content, like, it's so easy to like cut down an hour into like a digestible 15 to 20 minutes, and it only has the good parts of you. You know, it doesn't come out of the parts where like, oh, I did a Freudian slip right here. And then they tell you like, hey, you got to make sure you take that out because it's going to make me look horrible. And we got like, what, 21 days or something like that left, you know? So yeah, it's like the clock is ticking. She doesn't want to fumble this. And I know there's a lot of people riding on Kamala to stick this one out.
Honestly, like I'm gonna say, like, you know, if she goes on Joe Rogan, I think it probably might be a bad look for her, only because if you've seen that Donald Trump video or that podcast, it is like 30 million views. Like, you know, it went viral. You know, if she goes on there and she doesn't pull the same numbers, Trump is definitely gonna get on her. Like, oh, look at my views. You know, obviously more people love me. Like, you know, so I that's gonna be a bad look for her. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and end it there with that. So
yeah. Well, hey, another great stream, man. Appreciate you coming on. We made it right at the 3-hour mark. So all of you guys that tuned in, we appreciate you. If you are finding me for the first time, my name is Camp Hustle One. I like to host live streams and with commentators like Mr. Sonic Mindscape. He has a lot of great content. And if you'd like to plug your channel for anybody that doesn't know who you are, go right ahead.
I'm Sonic Mindscapes. You can find me there. Go check me out. I don't subscribe to me. Just check out my content first. If you like the content, then subscribe. But if you don't, then, you know, I at least respect the fact that you gave me a chance and you lend me your ears, you know. And of course, go subscribe to Camp Hustle. Once again, I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, put his channel here so you guys can take a look at it. Highly recommend his 2 videos. Go check his 2 videos out. The streams that he made. Where is he at? Here it is. Yeah, man, like, you know, go show him some love, just in case you guys are watching this post stream.
Yep. And hey, feel free if you want to have this video on your channel. I kept our first conversation on my channel because I thought it was a good one. And so feel free, you have my permission, go ahead and take this video, put it on your channel if you'd like. It's up to you, whatever you'd like to do.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. Yeah, go ahead.
We'll definitely reconvene. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on right now in the content space. So you just continue doing the work you're doing. I'm gonna gather my stuff, and you know, if you want to see me on the next show, you know, that's cool. What the plan is, I told Sonic earlier this, but I'll let everybody know now, is that I'm going to start being a little bit more consistent. I'm going to start doing some more videos weekly. So through the week, you guys will be able to take a break, and then you'll see me either Saturday or Sunday. That's what I am going to be shooting for. So other than that, Sonic, anything else you need to say?
Nah, that's pretty much it, man. I enjoyed the podcast, and I look forward to doing another one with you, man.
Hey, man, it's always a pleasure. You guys go check out Sonic. Show him some love. Like his videos. Comment. And we'll see you guys on the next one, man. Hope you guys have a great night, and I'll see you guys. Take care.
All right.
Peace.